was. It was nice, wasn't it? Hold on. This is even smoother.
Ugh.
I was almost too much in my mouth.
Never been a complaint of yours.
Dr. Pepper cream soda, 0 sugar. Never going to complain.
So I have something called
Welcome to WeNeedWrestling.
Monster Nitro Super Dry.
Oh no, super dry?
Yeah.
Is this another one of your non-carbonated energy drinks?
I don't know. I think there's gonna be. I don't know. I'm really scared.
Yeah.
It says it's nitro infused, creating a smooth, creamy texture. And then when
I get it.
And then when I looked over, it does say contains milk.
Oh, good. So it's like the Guinness. The Guinness is a little nitro thing in it to keep it fresh. There's no bottle in there. There's no little bubble. It might not have any room to shake around yet. Pop her open. Let some air in there.
Nervous.
There's milk?
It says contains milk.
I hope it's all milk. It's just a milk drink. Energy milk. Hope it's fight milk. It's good?
I mean, it's good.
Is it creamy like milk? I'm good.
No, you don't want to whack.
Right.
Come on.
I'm all right.
Why?
I'm good. All right, I'm going to whack.
Yeah, fuck it.
Is it It's creamy like milk?
It's smooth.
Okay, it doesn't really look like milk.
No, it's just, I mean, there might be a little bit of milk.
That's a delicious smell.
Dude, just take a mouthful. Take a couple gulps.
Interesting.
Smooth, right?
You can tell that there's like some creaminess to it there.
Right?
Though. Yeah. It's almost like a citrus creamsicle kind of flavor.
That's actually spot on.
Right? That's like kind of what it is right there. Like it's got a little bit of like the consistency of like a Stewart's orange cream.
Yes.
Which I hope doesn't have fucking milk in it.
Milk soda. Oh.
If that's got milk in it, that's what it is.
It says contains milk.
Yep, there you go.
Whatever, dude. I don't mind it.
My Dr. Pepper cream soda, 0 sugar, which is Dr. Pepper does the 0 sugars in the diets better than just about anybody else. Natural and artificial cream flavoring.
I wonder what's natural cream.
I don't know. Well, probably cream. Maybe the essence of cream and then beaver ass for the rest of it.
The essence of cream.
Yeah, because they get like they use like beaver ass for vanilla and things.
Turkey ass or chicken ass. What did Yokozuna used to eat? Turkey ass, I think it was.
Maybe.
It was turkey ass. Fried turkey ass.
Contains a bunch of words I can't pronounce that start with PHs.
All right.
Phenylalanine. Phenylalanine, yes.
Contains fill.
You're
going to get your fill.
I've had my fill. Welcome to WeNeedWrestling.
Yeah, you have.
3 minutes in and we'll finally talk about wrestling.
Well, no, we won't. How are you?
I'm good, pal.
Your week?
Good, boring, uneventful, quiet.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I'm fine with it. I'm good with it.
Is that midline?
I like some quiet.
Yeah.
I like the,
midline.
Watching some movies. I watched Only the Strong. I watched Teen Witch.
Interesting.
Yep. I started Warriors of Virtue last night.
You know what you should be doing?
What?
Just watching Sting highlights.
Do you know what Warriors of Virtue is?
I have no idea.
It's a movie about kung fu kangaroos. I've never seen it. But it's guys dressed in kangaroo suits doing martial arts.
All right, I'd watch that.
It's on Tubi. It's shocking.
Of course.
And then I was going to watch...
the people's streaming service.
And then I have Blood Fist 1 through 4 lined up.
Oh, my God.
On Tubi, starring Don the Dragon Wilson. Mm-hmm. And then I'm looking to buy a copy of Bloodsport 2. I think it's about time I see Bloodsport 2 in my life.
I don't think I've ever seen Bloodsport 2.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of them.
If you haven't, I definitely have.
There's Bloodsport 3 and 4.
You want to just have
I've seen the Kickboxer sequels.
You want to just have a Bloodsport marathon?
Apparently Ray Jackson comes back in Bloodsport 2.
All right.
But his name is Tiny. Ray Tiny Jackson.
Well, I don't like that.
No, me either.
Well, let's have a fucking...
Jackson, you look like a Jackson.
Let's have a marathon.
It's not streaming anywhere. I got to buy them.
Well, I don't like that.
Right. But otherwise, I've been good. Teen Witch was an insane movie. It has a very famous rap scene in it. Everyone in Teen Witch raps or sings for no reason. And then it just ends in like they were just trying to, like, the last 15 minutes or 20 minutes are like, let's just forget all the stuff that happened in the first 3/4 of this movie. And we're just going to make this Pretty in Pink.
That sounds pretty on brand.
Or 16 Candles, I guess is a little more. Which one has Ducky in it? Pretty in Pink. Mm-hmm. 16 Candles.
So very on brand.
Yeah, very. But it has, what's her name? Robin Lively, I think her name is. You have to act like she's not pretty. I mean, she's a teenager, but you know what I mean. Whatever. It was the 80s.
One of those suspend disbelief.
Yeah.
Did you say I was a teenager in the 80s?
Yeah, I was a teenager.
Yeah, okay.
I was a teenager in the 80s.
That's a lie.
Yeah, that's true. It is a lie.
You'd be an old.
Yeah, here, I'll show you. It is Robin Lively. I'll show you Robin Lively real quick.
Well, I watched The Wolf of Wall Street.
You did.
It was very good.
Yes.
It was funny as fuck.
All right.
And so much cocaine and drugs and, more cocaine. Mm-hmm. Leonardo DiCaprio throws lobsters at 2 FBI agents. It makes me laugh real hard.
I like it.
And then they take 8 super old Quaaludes that are 90-minute time released, and it gets fucking crippled. Oh, it's hilarious.
Fucking Ludes, man. Call up the Ludes.
Oh, it's so... I don't know why I held off. Well, I know why we talked about it earlier because it's 3 hours long. But
this is Robin Lively.
That's a pretty lady.
So she's obviously younger. She's in the movie she turned 16, so I'm gonna guess she's probably 18 or 19 when they were making it.
My name's Brett.
But you had to convince that she's like the weird girl in school that nobody found attractive.
Sure, one of those.
Yeah, one of those.
Cool.
In the 80s, and then she gets witch powers. But anyway, let's talk about wrestling. Nobody wants to hear about Teen Witch and Robin Lively. This isn't We Need Robin Lively, although it could be. I don't need her, but I wouldn't mind her.
I'll make a pivot.
But you're good. Your week's good,
yeah, brother.
I mean, you saw the fucking Washington Generals.
I sure did.
What else would you possibly need in your life?
That was fun as fuck,
other than seeing those guys. I haven't seen the Globetrotters since I was a kid. They still do the gimmick with the bucket of water and confetti.
Absolutely,
I love that gimmick.
Yeah,
what a great gimmick that was.
Right? Yeah. Oh, it's so much fun.
Everybody always falls for it, even it's coming. They show you the water buckets. They throw a water bucket or two, and then the one that goes in the crowd's confetti.
Oh, no. They actually soaked the crowd twice last night.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Nice.
With cups of water.
Oh, nice. All right. Good.
Yeah, it was a good time, man.
Yeah.
Globetrotters are fun as fuck. Mm-hmm. If your kids age range from 6 to 11, I think that's the perfect range for them to go.
Probably when the last time I saw them.
Yeah, because so my nephew I took them last night.
Yeah.
The youngest is 6, the oldest is going to be 11.
There you go.
So it was just kind of
a blast.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, so much fucking fun.
Did any of the Globetrotters hang out, meet anybody or anything? Did spin basketball?
If you would have paid for it, you could have gone on the court beforehand.
Everything's monetized now.
But afterwards, they set up a whole barrier around the court, and if you had if you bought any merch, you can get autographs from them. Which I'm not paying $50 for a basketball.
We're good.
I paid enough for the fucking seats.
I'm sure.
God damn it.
I'm sure. Do they spin the ball and put it on the kid's finger?
Oh, absolutely, dude. Yeah, the old 3-man weave.
Yeah.
Oh, so much fun.
Yeah, old Metal Arc Lemon still on the team.
No, I wish. Oh my god,
was Curly.
Yeah,
I don't know. Curly Jones.
The star of the show was I don't even know. Oh, Bones or something.
Okay.
Or Bulldog. That was his name. Bulldog.
Okay. They have a lady Globetrotter now.
Yeah, she was there.
Yeah, that's cool.
She's from Reading.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
One video I put up, she threw the oop off the glass.
Nice.
Good times, man.
I like it.
Yeah, Globetrotters rule.
Yeah.
Glow-in-the-dark wrestling does not rule.
That's a weird thing.
Dude, I have to show you a video of Dom fucking pinning a kid.
Yeah?
Show you that later.
All right. Well,
real fun.
Training them up to become...
I already told my sister, said, listen, chicken and rice.
Listen,
let's get into this kid's future.
Right, and if they're falling for the gimmick of the Globetrotters, then they're already ready.
Yeah,
right?
These kids are... Listen, Doug's working on the contracts already, okay?
That's right.
He's going to walk into the fucking contract signing with his Halliburton. Mm-hmm. Very excited.
I heard Caleb Williams signed Doug to be his agent.
That's pretty spot on. The way this is sounding with him. All right,
for real. Let's talk wrestling.
Okay, let's talk about it.
What we got? You got news.
Ole Anderson died.
Oh, that is news. Yes, Ole Anderson died. Rest in piss, Ole Anderson? I don't know.
Sure, you old cranky man,
listen, Again, here's the thing with Ole Anderson, and I'm not going to defend Ole Anderson because Ole Anderson doesn't need me to defend him and is, in a lot of cases, indefensible. But we say this all the time, but as pro wrestling fans... you have to do a lot of separating the jerk from the work.
Of course.
And you have to, mileage may vary. We talked about when Ric Flair showed up in AEW and all that kind of stuff. Mentally, sort of intelligence-wise, I understand that I shouldn't cheer for Ric Flair, but emotionally, when Ric Flair comes out, when I'm there in person, I'm going to lose my mind. So, and also just a bad person. Wrestling, bad people, particularly from that era. Ole Anderson was entertaining as fucking wrestling. Was one of the original Four Horsemen, and when I close my eyes, is a horseman to me. That's my horseman lineup 100%. When I close my eyes.
Yep.
Obviously there were other better workers, I think, that came into the Horsemen at later times.
So your horsemen you're saying are Flair, the Andersons, and Paul Roma.
Yes, okay, exactly.
Good,
That's
good.
exactly.
Just wanted to
absolutely
clarify.
Yes. Right.
Good. Okay.
Right. My number one favorite horseman of all time is Mongo McMichaels.
Fuck yeah. Listen, I've been watching a lot of Mongo lately.
Yeah.
I'm watching the Sting versus NWO feud. Well, okay. A lot of Mongo going around.
Sure. Well, because they used him a lot because people fucking like Mongo. It's super weird, but Mongo was over.
I won't talk bad about Mongo at this point.
Not at least for a couple more weeks. Anyway, because he's getting in the Hall of Fame soon. That's what I meant.
Yep. That's what you meant.
That's what I meant. But also,
fucking stiff,
gigantic piece of shit outside of professional wrestling is Ole Anderson.
Ole's involved in two of my favorite things ever.
Okay,
is the voice of the Shockmaster.
Sure.
And that fucking promo where they kick Sting out of the
horse. Right, it's awesome.
We made Michelle watch it earlier, and you and I were getting fired up just talking about it.
Right, it's awesome.
It is one of the best promos ever.
That era of the Horsemen are so much different than, and I know we get Sid, Sting, like all these guys, right? Paul Roma. But like the Horsemen never felt as dangerous as they did when those guys were there.
Absolutely.
Because, like, they can wear the suits, like, even with the Sting promo, which is a really good thing. Until he's not there, Sting's the replacement. And it's like they're come back a little bit, like it's 1990. But, like, when they're talking and, like, it's just a regular promo. Ric Flair's hair is flowing.
Crazy.
They're in leather jackets. Flair's in his nice suit. Like, they just look like wrestlers, whatever. Right? But when like the switch flips, when Sting grabs for Ole's jacket and Flair nails him, like they switch to becoming dangerous. Like like that is it's like a Bronx Tale, right? It's like the now you can't leave scene. You know,
that's the best scene
like
ever.
Chaz Palminteri in that movie is a very nice guy. You know, everybody takes care of the kid. Like you understand that they're thugs and whatever and criminals, but like they're welcoming nice guys. Always a smile, always offering drinks and whatever. I'll take care of you, whatever you need. Blah blah blah. But when that switch flips, you're done.
Yeah,
and like they just like they've like. Better wrestlers have come into the Horsemen, but they've never felt like a guy that they would just kill you. Like they would legit just kneecap you in the parking lot or break your arm, although like Dusty Rhodes when he timed in a fucking truck. They just feel dangerous when they're there together. Like Ole is a good wrestler, an okay promo for most of his career, but like he would stab you. Like you get that feeling that he would actually hurt you for fun.
You send one of ours to the hospital, we would send one of yours to the morgue.
Exactly.
That is one of the hardest lines.
It absolutely
ever.
is.
So Ole Anderson died. And then also Virgil passed away. I think it was the day after Ole passed.
Rest in peace, Virgil. Mike Soul Train Jones.
Yeah. Virgil Vincent. Meat sauce, marinara.
Sure.
Whatever you want to call it.
Virgil.
Wrestling superstar.
Joey Janela wrote a real nice thing about him today.
He did.
And that was cool. I'm glad that, like, at least behind the scenes, like, people were still sort of taking care of him. He became a joke with the Lonely Virgil.
Yeah.
I've spoken to Virgil at a con. He tried to scam me for money.
Oh,
Because, of course, he did. Not really. But I remember I went up to a con that a bunch of us were at, and we were going to get a group photo with him, and we all decided we were going to go and like get a group photo, a whole bunch of us, and like we were all going to pay him for it. Like we weren't just going to be like, oh, one photo is only this much, whatever. But I went over to check out his prices by myself because everybody was doing their other stuff, and I was like talking to him briefly, and I was like, I'm going to come back. We got a plan. All of us want to get a big group photo with you. We're going to come back. And he just looked at me. He goes, well, you can get one by yourself right now.
What a cardi.
And I was like, oh, no, yeah, okay. And I just walked away, and he became a meme because of that. But,
of course, yeah.
But I mean, the dude had to have been making money because those things, you didn't get into those things for free to table. I mean, we were outside a fucking car dealership on the sidewalk.
Well, then, yes.
But, he did all the cons. He hit all that stuff. And man, I was watching today. I posted on our YouTube. I found the clip of him. And I've said this for probably as long as you've known me, but we're all $1 million champions because of Virgil.
It's on my resume.
I told Michelle, I said, you can't be because you're not a wrestling fan.
True. She wants $1 million champion. But publicly.
But I said that Virgil gave it to all of us.
In public.
When he won it from DiBiase in 91, right? 91.
Yeah, and he had that really cool handshake with Bret Hart.
Yes. That was cool. And he gets a huge pop when he turns on Ted. You know,
absolutely,
and like and like Ted's such a good villain in real life and in wrestling, and like, but like Virgil, like he gets a huge pop, gets that kind of a run, and then he gets exposed because he's not a very good wrestler, and his personality, he didn't have a great big time, especially for that era, big time wrestling personality. But he seemed to be well liked. He got 2 jobs, one in WWF and one in WCW under rib names.
Yeah,
Virgil and Vincent.
Ribs. Yeah.
He was the head
of NWO security.
Right, he's the 6th member of NWO.
Yeah.
But not because 6 isn't.
I'll never understand.
Yeah, so people must have liked having him around. And he seemed, at least to a lot of people I see writing stuff, that he was a nice enough dude. So rest in peace, Virgil. An unsung talent of our youth. I think a guy who had his run. And made the most of it. And again, not all the wrestlers in the world who've ever tried to be and entered professional wrestling, very few of them comparatively get a giant pop from an arena like when he turns on Ted and then wins that title. So
it's incredible.
A lot of wrestlers don't get that. Most wrestlers don't ever get that. So So rest in peace, Virgil.
Absolutely.
I'll next time I'm eating some meat sauce, I'll pour a little out for you.
That was touching. Tama Tonga.
Okay.
Officially gone from New Japan.
We knew that, right? Or is this...
Well, he wrapped up over the week.
And is it confirmed to the WWE?
Meltzer said it's pretty much a done deal.
Tommy Dave's an idiot, but okay.
He is. But said it's pretty much confirmed.
Yeah.
He's obviously speculating, he can come slot into the bloodline because they're not related or whatever, but they do call each other family.
Yeah, well, because The Rock calls Haku, who's his dad, uncle.
Yeah.
Not blood related, but that's fine. Yeah. I'm comfortable with that. I saw a lot of people arguing back and forth. I don't give a shit. I'm comfortable with it. But let's just talk about my little mind-blowing discovery this week.
What's that?
Is that I was like, why wouldn't WWE... Like, I understand that his brother is... beyond wash. I saw a lot of people posting that clip of those chops this week.
Every time I watched it, I was like, man, Okada should have punched him right in the fucking mouth.
But like, everyone's like, this was the moment Okada decided to leave Japan.
That was it.
When they let Tongaloa do this fucking those bullshit fucking garbage chops in the G1.
Okada had to sell for that.
Right, in the G1.
It's fucking embarrassing.
Why wouldn't you want the GOD together? Like, they were tag team popular in Japan.
Get them together. I agree.
I don't understand. Like, you're going to take one, not the other. Like, they're not. I mean, granted, they've been singles wrestlers for the last couple of years, but like they're not known as singles wrestlers. You think you'd want the package, and then I don't think it was you, but somebody was like, I don't think they wanted.
Oh no, it was me.
Was it you who said that they didn't want Camacho back?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what? And then I looked up the picture, and I was like, oh, what happened there? He was fucking Camacho with Hunico, who was the second Mystico, who then had Sin Cara, but he was also a Mystico for a little bit in Japan or in Mexico, but had to give up the mask because the company owned it or what. I don't understand all that shit. But yes, also the second Sin Cara, where they figured we would just forget that the one Sakara had a giant tattoo and the other one didn't. But yeah, I was like, and like, it doesn't, they did, listen, I'm not gonna say they did a good job trying to pass him off as Mexican or Latino or whatever they were doing. But when they put the cap and the sunglasses on him, I honestly was like, is that really him? That's him. Yeah. That's crazy.
So there was a story from a high spot shoot years ago. It was Brian Myers. It was called Developmentally Speaking. Mm-hmm. It was him, Gallows, Camacho, or whatever his real name is. I forget the other guy. Brad Attitude, maybe? I forget.
Braditude?
Yeah. And they tell the story of when Camacho got signed.
Yeah.
And I guess Haku was like, well, I have good news and bad news. He goes, you got signed by the WWF or WWE, but it was only one of you.
That's crazy.
And that's how Tama Tonga went to Japan.
Yeah. Oh, and that's when he went to Japan?
Yep.
Because that's my next question was like, what was Tama Tonga doing at that moment?
So he was trying out for WWE.
That's crazy because in my opinion, Tama is the better looking one and the better wrestler.
Yeah.
Even before the bullshit chops, he was the better wrestler.
Yeah.
That's really silly to me.
Yeah. And they said Tama was like crushed by it, devastated.
The problem is that Tangaloa looks like Haku's son, and Tama Tonga looks like the child of Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins.
Sure does.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So yeah, 41 years old. Can't wait to Debut in NXT.
He's 41.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, if we want to talk about debuts in NXT in your 40s, did you watch? Is there more news before we talk about Jan fucking Spears?
One more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
The CMLL work visa.
Oh, Jesus. I was explaining this to Michelle today.
So, what was it, 19 or 20 wrestlers?
20
now
wrestlers,
their work visas are being held up.
Yep. They're not yet. They're soon, because Atlantis Jr. did work last night.
Yeah, I think last night was the cutoff.
Probably.
Because I forget the name of the promotion in Texas.
Some small.
Saying they were taking care of it, but then CMLL said, no, we're taking care of it. And somebody dropped the fucking ball.
Right.
And now those are going to be held up for a while.
Yep.
So it kept saying in the article, unless you have a lot of money to speed this up,
right?
This could take minimum 6 months.
6 months to a year. Somebody fucked something up, whatever. But yeah, if only there was a billionaire that had vested interest in bringing these CMLL guys in and having them do fun stuff.
Well, let's see how committed you really are to this crossover.
Yeah, right. Let's see. I mean, they haven't been on TV.
Here's the thing. You have a lot of guys that you need to work on. Like, a lot of guys, people coming in that are going to suck up a lot of TV time.
Absolutely.
At this point, so.
Absolutely.
But
so that's
all I have.
That's weird business there.
Yeah.
All right, let me get really quick. Quick. Hold on. You ready?
This isn't going to be like a moment of the week or anything, is it?
Pro wrestling news. We talked about that. We talked about all that. Let's see. Pat McAfee said, "No way I could pass a drug test to compete at WrestleMania."
Honestly, I respect that.
Yep. Meat Madness is canceled. That's in the news. Lance on OI said we do consider Tama Tonga as family. So
is he going to be the next sign-in?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, that's it. Everything's just about Virgil and Oli.
All right.
We're good.
All right.
Jan Spears debuted in NXT. Everybody. Did you watch any NXT?
No, I just saw the clip on Twitter.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they do like the lights go out and like who do you trust? Who do you trust?
Yeah, so they've been running this like weird.
Oh, they've been running them for a while.
So the last NXT pay-per-view I watched, I think this is where they ran the first one with like the weird vignette where it's just words and people.
Oh, Words was there?
Oh, yeah, and people were just going. No, Words is on vacation.
Oh,
if people were going, oh, this is Okada.
Oh yeah.
I go, okay, all right, sure it is.
Hey, smart money.
Hey DJ, who did end up being?
It was fucking Jan Spears.
Your boy.
So it's funny that he was called Sean Spears. So this is like this. Everybody's been pointing out this is like the 6th AEW. Like I don't not that he's an original, but a person who was in AEW that makes the jump back over, who keeps their AEW name and presentation.
What was the coolest thing he did in AEW?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably when he'd
leave TV.
Probably when he busted Cody with that chair shot.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was his first night there.
Yeah, right.
Since then, it was diminishing returns.
But like you're
10 guys,
43 years old, which is fine. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Lots of wrestlers are old. They're debuting you on NXT even after years ago. You were on the fucking main roster. Right? He made it up to the main roster as Ty Dillinger. Remember that dumb haircut? Remember he entered that one Rumble?
The perfect 10.
Yeah. He stinks out loud. He's a shit wrestler. I mean, hopefully he's a nice person because he's a garbage fucking professional wrestler.
Who's he married to? What's
I don't know. One of the Iconics. So like one time confirmed sex haver.
Yeah, congrats on the sex.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
The lighter haired,
not Billy
shorter
Kay.
one.
Who's the other one? I can't think of her name. Adam and Marcus are screaming.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right now.
I couldn't tell you.
Cassie, was that her name?
Cassie,
I think that was her actual name. Okay. Cassie Lee.
Sure. Whatever. Yeah. Good on him.
Billy Kay.
You know, he must got something going on.
Peyton Royce. There it was.
There it is. Look at that.
Found it in there.
There it is. You just erase something else though. So
tomorrow
morning you're gonna wake up and forget how to tie your shoes.
That's what I'm petrified about. Something left.
You're like something about bunny ears, Peyton Roy. I don't know. I fucking forgot.
I have to start wearing Velcro shoes.
Don't do that. Nobody cool has ever worn Velcro shoes as an adult, unless medically obligated.
You fucking loser.
Yep. He saved that kid though. Yeah, so Jan Spears is in NXT, hitting people with chairs, I guess. I don't really understand it.
Who did he hit, Joe Gacy?
I don't know. Was it?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, I guess Cody got him the job, right? Clearly, I guess. Like,
you would think.
Yeah, all right, just throw bodies at a problem, I guess, until it sorts itself out.
I guess.
Whatever.
It's funny because, like,
you re-debut Sean Spears essentially before Jade Cargill. I know she was in the Rumble, but like,
so
there's no plans for Jade again.
He's in NXT. The Good Brothers are in NXT.
Are they?
Yeah.
They got demoted?
I guess. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's like a geriatric home.
What's happening?
That's ridiculous.
What's going on in
Florida?
Florida?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, lots of things. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you mean the free state of Florida?
Yes, pardon me.
Use its full name. So, yeah. I mean, good for him. Good for him because he's on a show that I will not watch. So
I pop it occasionally.
I ain't going to pop in for Sean Spears. I'll tell you that fucking much. He ain't bringing...
I can't wait till he wins the NXT title.
I hope so. I hope he wins it tomorrow.
I hope he won it
I hope they just announce a random show on a day where they don't have it, and they put it on TV just for him to win that title. I hope he wins it at WrestleMania. I hope he has his WrestleMania moment. He main events for the NXT title, and he points to the WrestleMania sign, and he becomes NXT champion. I hope it's him versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
We can go to that NXT show WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, I'm sure we could.
It starts at like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, yeah, great.
I'm not going to that.
No, thank you. But good for him. I'm glad you're getting a paycheck, and I'm glad that it's away from my television. I fucking hate that guy.
Okay, you're happy. AEW's getting rid of people you don't want.
Right, absolutely.
See?
They should just all go to TNA so I could joke watch their initial segment and then never watch them again.
Oh, God. All right. Let's get into wrestling we've watched, I guess. I have a couple, random things.
Okay. Did you watch any of Elimination Chamber?
I did.
Okay. I was thinking about it, but then I ultimately decided not to.
I did not wake up early for this.
Because you're not a maniac.
No, because I stayed up till about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning watching the New Japan show.
Okay.
And I was like, well, it only starts in an hour.
Is that like New Beginnings Day 1 or whatever? Day 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when I left your house Friday night,
yeah.
I got home and the show was already started.
Day 1 was or day 2?
Day 2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It started at I think 11:30 or midnight Eastern time.
Weird.
It was super early.
Okay.
But anyway, Elimination Chamber.
Later. Yeah.
I only watched 2 matches. I didn't.
Both the Elimination Chamber matches?
No.
Oh.
I watched.
You hate women? Is that?
No, I watched the women's.
Oh.
What the fuck, man?
Okay. Sorry, I made an assumption there, and I was wrong.
Sure did.
All right,
I watched the women's Elimination Chamber.
I appreciate that.
You fuck
about you.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah,
Tiffany Stratton stole the show.
Yeah,
she did a swanton off top of one of the chambers.
Nice,
that was really cool. Yeah, good for Tiffany Stratton.
Sure.
Yeah, she's gonna be Rookie of the Year for sure.
Trained by Greg Gagne.
That's motherfucking son of a b. Becky Lynch wins.
Okay.
So it's going to be...
Did she point at the WrestleMania sign?
I don't know if there was a WrestleMania sign there because they were in a big old stadium. So she wins. It's going to be her Rhea Mania.
Okay. That'll be good.
Depending on what happens with the whole Cody situation, I think it should main event one of the nights.
That's how they typically do it, right?
Should. Absolutely should.
Yeah.
Yeah, though, who else was in the match? Liv Morgan, she did all right. They were calling it the Elimination Chamber.
I don't like that.
Because this is like her 3rd or 4th one she's in. Raquel Rodriguez was in it. Bianca, Tiffany Stratton, Becky Lynch. And I can't remember who else. Naomi was there. That's who it was. Yeah, Tiffany Stratton definitely was the highlight of it.
Okay.
For sure.
Good for her.
So...
Is she officially called up?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I never had a send-off from NXT. Just got called up to SmackDown.
That's the way you do it. Send-offs rarely work.
Tiffy time. That's what they say. It's Tiffy time.
That's weird. I don't like that. A little too weird, too kiddie.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't like it. But good for her.
People
seem to be impressed.
Yeah, she's got it.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that.
So
and I'm not being like a greaseball. Yeah, she's got it.
Yeah. Right. You didn't watch the men's?
No.
I saw clips from the men's. Kevin Owens looked like he's having a good time.
Yeah, he looked like he's like fun, jokey time.
And he was like smashing his head off the thing, trying to get it at which Paul brother? Logan?
Yes, Logan.
And I like Logan Paul drew the devil horns on the thing, and they were real large, and then put his head there. I thought that was funny. That was a fun bit.
Yeah, I didn't watch the men's at all. I just didn't have much interest.
Okay.
Because
you hate men.
Yeah, because I fucking hate dudes.
Right.
I did watch the tag title match, though.
Okay.
Of Finn Balor and Damian Priest.
Yes.
Against Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Okay.
Now known as the New Catch Republic.
Okay.
That's not
sure.
That's not a good name.
Not a great name.
It was a good match, though.
Really rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, right.
And you certainly don't have to explain to people what catch wrestling is when they watch the WWE.
Catch
people
Republic.
tune in to WWE to watch their catch wrestling.
Catch as catch can.
Right, exactly.
This
just people in the crowds chant Billy Robinson.
Yeah,
it's not even a good chant, really.
I was like, what the fuck was that?
It's real bad. I should have just went Robinson, but I didn't. But that's what they do. I heard it. I've heard it on TV. It's not a great chant. I didn't come up with it. It's the fans in NXT
I'm
did it.
just repeating.
It's the people in Florida. They're coming up with it. It's not my fault. I'm just repeating what I've heard.
I thought match was solid though. Finn looked really good.
Shocker.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
And he wrestled well too.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne is the man, and I'm happy that they're letting him be Pete Dunne, the
Did he cut
Bruiserweight
his
again.
hair?
No,
I hate that hair.
to.
That hair's terrible.
I'll tell you what, Tyler Bate aged like 40 years
Wouldn't
in the
you?
span of 5.
Wouldn't you if you were trapped where he was been trapped for how fucking long?
Like, I just want to be like, dude, somebody let him out in the sun. What happened to him?
He's like the NXT dude, like at the end of fucking Stand By Me, like all his friends faded away to the other roster. He's like, I guess I'm just gonna be here with a mustache.
His shitty long hair.
Right? Didn't he team with Trent Seven for a little
He was
while?
part of Mustache
Yeah,
Mountain.
right. And Trent Seven's off ruining TV on Access.
He sure is. But the match was good. It was funny during the broadcast that they had to black it out a few times because
Finn Balor had his hog out and he was just whipping it around.
The fans were flipping off Dom Mysterio.
Oh, nice.
Like the whole...
Why you gotta black it out? Who cares?
I
It's a
know.
pay-per-view.
It's
In Australia.
It's
In Australia. That's like the national salute.
yeah. Match was good though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, they have like a decent tag team division
Sure.
going.
Good.
I like it.
All right.
I like tag team wrestling.
Good.
So
Sure, why not?
I didn't watch Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax because I'm sorry, you could not fucking pay me to watch.
Nah, I'm good.
A Nia Jax main
I wonder how
event.
Danny Burch is doing.
I don't know. But if you want to review that whole show, go listen to Tim and Marcus over on Viewer's Choice.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, they do a nice breakdown of it. Shout out.
And then send them money.
Shout out Rhea Ripley.
All right.
That's all I'm gonna say. Did you see any?
I saw the picture.
Any footage from the match?
Excuse me. Yeah, because she retweeted the one picture of her butt. Yeah.
She knows what she's doing.
Sure.
Good for her. Mm-hmm. I did watch a Ring of Honor.
You're a madman this
match.
week. You're an absolute madman.
I was staying up on my wrestling like really in time up until Monday.
I was too. I was pretty much kind of sort of ahead of the curve, but
yeah. So Ring of Honor. I figured because, spoiler alert, for weekly purchases, we are going to the Ring of Honor Final Battle. Right?
I bought those
Is that
tickets
Final
last
Battle?
week?
No, it's Supercard of Honor.
Supercard of Honor.
Yeah, we bought those Friday.
Okay.
So we are going to Supercard of Honor.
Yes.
Say hello. Don't. It's fine.
Whatever.
It's our fourth show in 2 days, right?
Yeah, it'll be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going because Eddie Kingston's the Ring of Honor champ.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what they're going to do.
When you listen to this, buddy, you got a choice to make. Here's the choice. I'm going to put it out here publicly. You got a choice to make for Thursday night when we see you in Philadelphia. We can either go to the 880 show.
We're not doing that.
Or we can go back to the hotel room and record a podcast.
Ed is I've been talking with Ed.
Okay. You've talked him down off of the ledge here.
So he tried to sell me a little bit on 880.
Okay.
I was like, well, it doesn't start till 11 o'clock at night. It goes till 1 in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I was like, we got to be up early for Tokyo Joshi Pro the next day.
Right. He's got to get early to drive back to Ohio.
Yeah. And I was like, well, if you want to record something.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about recording something.
Oh, you forgot, Ed? Well, now you're kicked off the show.
No, that's not true, Ed. Oh. You're allowed to do whatever you want.
Okay.
Ed, if you want to go to 880, you can.
Okay.
But by the time we get to the hotel room, we will be sleeping.
Oh yeah,
we'll be both just be out cold.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give myself the old wrestling show vacation special, where with Brett, where I just tell him that for the next 6 hours you're in charge of emergencies.
Yep. If an emergency happens, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm not prepared to handle this.
Nope. It'll be a good time.
So
Ed, balls in your court there, pal.
That's absolutely.
I don't know if I could. Can we leave Ed in Philadelphia by himself that late at night?
I don't know.
Ed, poor guy. But all right, so from Ring of Honor for the ROH Women's title.
Okay.
2 out of 3 falls tables match.
Oh, wow.
Athena.
It's 2 out of 3 falls, too?
Yeah, Athena versus Nyla Rose.
I don't think I've ever heard of a 2 out of 3 falls table match before.
So the first...
so the falls can end when you go through a table? Are they doing it that way? Like, you remember all the tables matches where, like, if you broke the table...
That's how this is.
Nice, I like it.
Awesome as fuck.
I like it.
So the first fall, Athena gets powerbombed through a table on the outside.
Okay.
The second fall, Nyla's standing on the outside apron.
Yeah.
And Athena does the O face.
Okay.
What the fuck was it called?
That's what she calls it.
It used to be called something else. When she was Ember Moon.
Whatever.
Well, she does that move and like Nyla like gets draped over the top rope and falls backward off the apron through a table.
I like it. Okay.
And then the third fall, they're standing on the outside apron again. There's a table on the outside.
Yeah.
And Athena has Nyla up on her shoulders in an electric chair drop.
Oh.
And just throws her forward off the apron. And Nyla takes a face bump through the table.
Nice. So all 3 falls. So it was over table bumps.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's cool.
Dude, that's why I was like, hey, people should watch this.
You hyped it up,
match.
and I was like, I don't really do. I need to watch. I didn't realize, because I just an idiot and don't know how to read, I guess, but I didn't realize it was 2 out of 3 falls table match. That's
2
a
out
cool
of 3.
gimmick.
Yeah.
That's cool. And I like Athena so much. And we're Nyla fans, too. It's just the AEW wore her out.
They did, for
sadly.
Sure. This was awesome.
They treated her poorly.
It was... I was very impressed with this match, for sure. So
Athena's got that belt for a long fucking time.
She's had it, I think, over a year.
I think she loses it at Supercard, right?
I don't know who she's wrestling.
That's true.
I have no idea.
Can you imagine, though, if they...
She's going to wrestle Billy Starks again?
Yeah, that's true. I know they really like having her in Ring of Honor, and she likes being there. But can you imagine her putting her into the current AEW women's division with Deeb and Toni Storm,
That'd be insane,
and Thunder
right
Rosa
now.
back, and Statlander and Willow. Like that, and then with
and a certain boss coming in.
Apparently, I think it's the boss coming in.
Well,
but
Bruce.
Bruce. But crazy to have her.
People should check this match out because it's actually pretty fucking sick.
I like it. Let's fucking
before we get into AEW.
Yes.
One last show I watched stuff from.
Okay, what'd you watch?
The TNA No Surrender.
I watched a match from this too.
I watched 2 matches.
Better man than I. Who did Dana Brooke wrestle?
I didn't watch anything
Did she work?
I don't think she was on.
Big debut, not making it to the pay-per-view?
I watched for the tag titles.
Okay.
This is the 3rd match in a best-of-3 series.
Okay.
Between Ace Austin and Chris Bay.
Versus the Dudley Boys.
No.
Oh.
Versus
the Deadly Boys.
Versus a team that...
Team 3D.
When they used to come on TV, it was like, please get them the fuck off my television.
Okay.
The Grizzled Young Vets.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And they got to keep that name. That wasn't an NXT name?
I guess not. I guess that was there... Because there's still James Drake and other guys.
The names didn't even change?
No.
Weird.
I think that was their names when they got
They
into
brought that to
WWE.
NXT and they let them keep it?
Yeah, I guess that was their thing.
Wild times we are in professional wrestling.
Dude, Vince didn't know NXT UK was a thing.
That's
he didn't
true.
care.
Yeah, well, but they were on regular NXT before they got released.
They were.
I remember not watching them when we used to watch NXT.
Dude, remember we used to change the channel?
Yeah,
like, yo, these guys
they stink.
terrible.
Yeah. Stink out loud.
They still do the same shtick.
Sure.
They're like, when you see us coming, you better grit your teeth. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay.
Great.
Match was pretty
Remember
good.
the Vaudevillains? Anyway.
Yeah, because one of them's on commentary now.
You know, I thought he did a relatively decent job when I saw him on TNA this week. Better than I remember him being. Still not great. I don't want to voluntarily listen to it too much. Yeah. But I thought he did a better job.
It's all right. It's better than fucking Matt Stryker and D'Lo Brown together.
Who isn't? Although I did see a clip of D'Lo in Japan this week, powerbombing Hashimoto, maybe?
I think I saw this
over the ropes to the ramp, and I was like, whoa, yeah. D'Lo was mad.
D'Lo's a powerhouse, man.
Yeah, D'Lo ruled.
And he also almost killed Jerry.
Sure did.
But this match I thought was pretty good. Austin and Bay win. I feel like they're just existing in TNA.
Are they still Bullet Club?
They don't really rep it a ton.
I wouldn't want to either.
At this point?
We were talking about it before, but with what's his name gone, like there's no in New Japan, I don't think there's an act. I saw somebody say there's not a full-time original Bullet Club member left in New Japan.
Yeah, from the original 4.
Yeah.
Because Tama's gone, obviously.
Yeah, because Tangaloa comes later because he was Camachoing it up.
Finn's gone.
Yeah.
Carl Anderson's gone, and
Fale's not regular.
He does the training school down in New Zealand.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're all gone.
Yeah.
Look at that shit. I did watch the main event, though.
I watched the main event.
For the X Division title.
Yes. I was actually excited to watch this.
Mustafa Ali, the challenger.
I think Mustafa has taken... he's taken some... Again, not... obviously not in, like, content-wise, but I think he's taken a lot from, like, learning lessons from Cardona. And really, like, producing his stuff independently to get people talking about him on social media and, like, hyping his stuff and really making him seem like he's a dude. Like, for to steal someone else's turn of phrase, a wanted man, if you will. But I like what Mustafa's doing.
At least he didn't have, like, a promo video of him escaping a prison.
Well,
like, that seemed to be the hot thing after Moxley did it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Mustafa Ali, the challenger, going up against Chris Sabin. Hail Sabin.
Can I ask you a question
from Hell, Michigan?
Can I ask you a question about Chris Sabin?
You sure can.
I don't know if I've ever asked you this question before.
Former TNA heavyweight champion Chris
Has
Sabin.
Anybody ever seen Dennis Reynolds and Chris Sabin in the same room?
Yeah, they do eerily look similar, don't they?
Especially with, like, Sabin's haircut isn't as shaggy. He's got, like, a little bit of the brush over. He looks like whatever the hell Dennis Reynolds' real name is. Glenn Howerton. Yes.
All right, well, since you watched it, I'm going to ask you, what'd you think of it?
I thought it was a really good match.
I did too.
I'm glad that Ollie has... Like, here's the thing. Like, we don't watch a ton of TNA, right?
I try to watch as much as I can.
Right. We don't watch a ton of WWE. You watch way more than
Try to watch...
Like, I don't watch any. You watch a little bit.
Try to watch what I can, yeah.
But, like, and then, obviously, AEW and New Japan... And all these fucking plays. And, like, even, like, bigger indies now, like Defy that Moxie goes to and Prestige and all these places. I'm really happy that guys like Ali have a place to go work. Yep. And, like, make some money and wrestle a different style. Because, listen...
205 Live legend.
Right.
Mustafa Ali.
We talk about this a bit. And, like, it's not that this era has disappeared, but, like... A lot of these guys, if this was 20 years ago or 25 years ago, they're doing the match before intermission at ice rinks so that they can sell. And nothing wrong with that. Like, a Honky Tonk Man, who I always use as a reference in this, made a lot of money doing that, right? And, like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing in any way, right? But, like, those guys, the career growth was essentially stopped. It was like, nope, you're done. There's no outlet for you. You're old. You're out. You're useless. This is what you're going to do now. So I'm glad that, like, seemingly Impact is paying people at least pretty well, or by appearance or whatever. So there's places for, and Ollie's getting his ass out all over the place.
He is.
So I'm really glad that there's places for those guys to work. I think this is a really good match. I like watching Ollie wrestle. It was cool to see him be able to do this kind of stuff. He did a lot of this stuff in WWE, but you are still sort of hamstrung. 205 Live, they did let you do more stuff, more cool stuff. But I thought this was really good.
I remember that match him and Buddy Matthews had or Buddy Murphy when he was in WWE on 205 Live. It was fucking nuts.
Yeah,
it's like a hidden gem. I feel like people need to go watch that.
I will say the two favorite things in this entire match for me was Ollie took, like, a hit to the turnbuckle, like face to the turnbuckle, and it was crazy. I was like, he's
gnarly
out. I'm like, that is crazy.
Was it when he hit the bottom rope?
Yeah, with his face, and, like, he acted like he was out. It was such a good job.
Yeah.
Looked really cool. And the sunset bomb finish to this match was so... I had to rewind it. It was so smooth. I was like, holy shit. This is, like... it's a flip. It's, it's like not, it's from the top. Like, so it's not out of, just like seeing it. It's a little out of nowhere. And it was so smooth. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of those guys pause or hesitate a little bit, and they were just like up and over. It was so well done. And obviously, listen, Chris Sabin knows how to fucking wrestle, right? Who we fooling?
That's another guy that's always going to be underappreciated.
Right, absolutely. Gets his flowers in TNA.
Yeah.
Again, we've said this all the time, I think you're silly if you run a national wrestling company and you're not trying to get Alex Shelley and by proxy Chris Sabin. Them showing up on AEW that one time was so awesome.
Alex Shelley having a match in NXT.
Right. I've loved Alex Shelley forever.
Fuck yeah.
And honestly, one of my favorite indie matches I've ever seen live it was Alex Shelley Dasher Hatfield in LVAC. That match ruled.
Match was amazing.
Like, that's going to be a hidden indie gem that people are going to be talking about, like, way down the road. Like, do you ever see this Alex Shelley match from a VFW in, like, 2019
during the pandemic?
Right. Like, crazy, right? Where everybody got COVID.
This was. Everybody was masked up.
Right. This was
because I really wanted to meet Alex Shelley, but
Which is funny because I did talk to him at that ECW Arena show very briefly because he liked my Alex Wright shirt.
Yeah, yes, he did.
I should have a picture with him. I love that dude.
Yeah, we should.
I love that dude so much. I don't know, because we spent a lot of money that weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We spent a lot of fucking money.
The night before was the J Cup.
We spent a lot of fucking money that weekend, dude. We did a lot. We were living.
I know I had to check my bank account because I'm like, I took a lot of money out. Then it was cashless. Yeah. I'm going, fuck.
We were living high on the hog that first night.
That was a good night. So that was a good ass night, though.
They're few and far between now, but we were living high on the hog that night. So.
We were living in the city.
But, yeah, so I like this match a lot. I think, it's cool. This is like Saban's 29th X Division title.
Just call it the Chris Sabin belt.
Absolutely. He still looks really good. I imagine he's doing like his 40s or whatever.
For having like some knee injuries too.
Yeah,
like
but
he still looks good.
I will say this is a little bit of foreshadowing for the rest of the stuff we're going to talk about. But this is probably my favorite title change this week.
Okay.
At least from the three that I'm thinking of. This is, unless there's another one you throw at me that I don't remember.
You are correct.
Okay. This is the best title change this week.
Yeah, I agree.
The most deserving title change this week.
Agreed, my friend. All right. So
and I'm 2 for 3 on the title changes. I like 2. I really don't like 1. But I know it's going to be surprising. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when we get there. I'm going to shock some people. Some people.
I'm about to turn to a fucking pit bull.
You're not going to cancel me. Let me put a little bit more teaser. I'm not going to get canceled over this opinion. I may just get a little bit of side eye, but I'm not going to get canceled over it. Right, okay. But yeah, good for these guys. I'm still not going to watch TNA.
All right. I'll watch it sometimes.
Every now and then.
Yeah, when you tell me, I like to dip my toe in the water.
Put my toe in the hot tub. Yeah. Gonna get my wet towel. Too hot in the hot tub. Yeah, whenever they say there's a good match,
is that the second podcast in like a week we've done that on?
I'll do that every time. It's one of my favorite. It might be my number one SNL bit of all time.
Good bit.
I love it so much. But anyway, yeah, when somebody tells me there's a good match in TNA, I'll watch it begrudgingly.
What about when somebody tells you there's stuff on Rampage?
I watch Rampage. I got notes out the wazoo for AEW this week.
I don't have a ton on Rampage.
Hold on,
I have 3 things.
I think I lied to you. I have stuff written, but there's no commentary.
Okay, that's good.
Let's see. Hold on. Nothing on the 6-man. Anything on the 6-man?
Nope.
Oh yeah, I can complain about Rampage really quick.
About Soraya's brother getting signed.
It's a fucking waste of money.
It's so dumb.
Tony Khan, I'm also a bad professional wrestler. Give me a contract.
Like, again, it's just a Nepo signing,
right.
you know?
Right.
And I hate that's like the buzzword now is Nepo signings, but fucking Sean Spears just got Nepo signed. Right. This dude's getting Nepo signed.
If this dude was worth his salt, he would have been signed forever ago. His fucking sister was signed at 19. I understand it's because she's an attractive lady. But like...
Ooh, it's a lady.
It's just a waste of fucking... Like, Tony Khan... has such a great fucking roster, and he's like, yeah, I'll give 6 figures to this fucking idiot. Give that to me, Tony Khan. Yeah, I'm also
my ass off.
I'm also a bad wrestler that you won't use on TV.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So let's go. Yeah. Why not?
I know it's going to turn into like this guy going after Angelo Parker.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember
what a hot feud.
I remember how to lock up at least 3 basic wrestling holds.
I'll take a bump, brother.
I'm good. I don't know that I can bump anymore, but I'm big enough not to.
I'll just act like Gabe Kidd. I'll act like wrestling isn't real.
Exactly. It's just, try and stop it.
Yeah. Right. Just go into a blind rage.
I'll do the Bart and Lisa Simpson. I'm just going to get in the ring and swing my arms and my legs. And if you run into me, it's your fault.
Yeah. See, that's perfect.
That's what it is.
Yeah. What a stupid signing.
So stupid fucking signing.
So the Young Bucks match, I have nothing about it except for the one guy that wrestled. His name was Cappuccino Jones.
That had to be just to pop Taz, who wasn't on commentary.
I know, it made me so happy.
It's definitely to pop Taz, just somewhere on the head, laughing.
Cappuccino
somewhere in the backstage, standing on his wallet, laughing.
Damn right he is.
I had explained to Taz to Michelle today
about the idea of Taz,
I don't remember how it came up. But I talked about Taz and how everybody makes fun of him for being short, and he always says that he's like 6'4", standing on his wallet, and how the great line that he uses all the time. Yeah. And I also said he thinks that he owns the color orange
because he does.
Yeah.
I have a note about Taz later.
Okay.
I did watch Mariah May Anna Jay.
Well, so after this match, they call Shivani into the ring, and they give him a $25 gift card to say they're sorry, and whatever.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I listen. If I will say this a bunch later too, but Like, this is the most I've liked the Young Bucks in anything that they've done in AEW.
Like,
Michelle's caught him a little bit. I think on Dynamite in the pink suit. Was that Dynamite?
Yeah.
He's wearing and she's like, why? And she's like, it pisses me off that he's wearing that pink suit. I'm like, you're supposed to be. Like, that's working.
Yeah.
And I was like, but like saying that this is the most that I've ever liked the Young Bucks is also saying like, well, that was my favorite rectal exam. Like, it's just not,
oh, good.
Like, it's fine. It's better, it's better than the other worst things they've done. But I'm not going to volunteer myself to go back to it more than I have to.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Real quick, they just announced some talent for Stardom in Philly. If you want to.
Oh yeah, quick. Who is it? Real quick, interrupt the show.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Mayu Iwatani.
Okay,
Momo
good.
Kogo.
Oh, this is really important because we're knowing who's leaving and who's not.
Yeah. Azumi, Starlight Kid, Momo Watanabe, Shuri, and Mina Shirakawa.
Oh, nice. That's a good lineup. That's everybody. That's almost everybody that matters.
That's why I feel there's going to be a lot more. Also, doors are at 2 now. Shows at 3
For what?
for Stardom.
That the first show. That's Thursday. That's
Yeah. So it's probably going to run 3 to 5, and then DDT's at 8.
Okay, that's still fine.
So we should be all right.
Yeah, we're still good.
Yeah.
Interesting. They're bumping all that though.
I would like to get my picture with Mayu Iwatani.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we got plenty of time.
And Mina Shirakawa for reasons. Okay, sorry. That was very important to us.
We'll bring granola bars and eat granola bars in between if we have to, and then
I'll eat a PB&J.
We're good.
I'm not above it, brother.
I'll just buy a cheesesteak and stash it under my fucking seat.
Ew.
In the car, I mean.
I was like, ew. You're going to have wrestler sweat cheesesteak.
I'm a monster.
Well,
all right. Where we at now?
I said something about Mariah May and Anna Jay.
Okay, yeah, way down. Sammy Guevara gets kicked out of the Callis family.
Kicked out of the Callis family?
Yeah.
Hasn't he been kicked out for a long time?
No.
Really?
Yeah. He came back and they talked to him and they officially kicked him out and House beats him up here. Oh. This was the official removal from the Callis family.
Because hasn't he been like going after them?
He hasn't been he hasn't been interacting with them really at all.
Oh, I thought he was like with Jericho going after them. This is dumb.
This was the kicking him out, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, if
officially,
you say,
I don't know. Whatever.
I'll accept it. Whatever you're saying, brother.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe Callis was just like ignoring stuff. I don't know. But Hobbs beats him up. Whatever. Oh yeah, we get the Ruby and Ange date recap. I hate that shit. Like what a waste. What a waste of talent across the board here. I understand they're a real life couple that the audience hasn't turned on.
Sure.
And they're a good looking couple, but like, come on, get the fuck out of here. And then
you're some real Joey Buttafuoco. Get the fuck
out of here. The fuck you doing over here? Get the fuck out of here. You're the fucking son of a bitch. Look at that fucking broad over there. Jake Hager versus Roddy. Is this where we're at with the main event of this fucking show?
I didn't watch this.
Roddy wins with the distraction.
Sure.
But when Hager's down and out and OC comes out with the hat. So Hager's like, my hat. I like this hat.
Cool.
But Roddy wins because, of course, he does. Good for Jake Hager getting the rub in his hometown and losing, but at least he got to be on TV. By the rub, I meant they actually showed his face. They showed his face on television, and like briefly aligned him with Orange Cassidy to get him over. I don't fucking know.
Yep.
Whatever, man. Rampage is a disaster of a fucking show.
What about Mariah May and Anna Jay? Did you watch that?
Yeah, I don't have any notes on it though. Was it good?
Yeah, it was a fun match. It was fun to watch.
I know I don't have any notes on that. It was fun to watch.
It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
It was a visually pleasing match.
Very, very visual pleasing match.
Mariah May fucking rocks.
Yeah.
And Anna Jay looked better.
Yeah, right. Better. Yes.
She looked
I remember
better.
this now.
But
I
Mariah
didn't have any
May-
notes because I was contemplating other things.
Contemplating, concentrating.
Same difference.
Commiserating.
No commiseration.
All of the above.
Right. Yes. It's just.
Yeah. I like Mariah May a lot.
Yeah. Mariah May's good. Yeah.
Was that the main event?
No, main event was Roddy Hager.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Collision.
We're a couple colliders. Collider Cowboys.
Yeah.
Is that what they call them? I don't know.
Powerhouse Hobbs, Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, because they kicked him out of the family. Out of the house. Get out of the house. Get a goddamn job.
I was going to say, you fucker. Yeah, Hobbs, Sammy. Hey, man, this kind of rocked.
Yeah, it was really good.
This was dangerous.
So, like, Sammy does these things, man, and I'm like, oh, cool.
Sammy in a match like this works.
Yeah, and then he does other stuff, and I'm like, no. Like, Sammy is best when he's sort of a slightly more self-preserving version of Darby Allin.
Yeah.
But he tries to be like a Danny Garcia, and it don't work.
I agree.
It just don't work. But I like that Hobbs took Kevin Kelly's belt in this.
That was awesome.
It's very funny.
Should have taken his pants.
It should have taken his pants. He should have shit in his pants is what he should have done.
I loved when he hit the spine buster off the apron through 2 tables. Yes. That was sick.
The Swanton was awesome.
Yeah, that was scary.
Hobbs gets the win, which I fucking loved.
Yeah, dude. What was the world's strongest slam off the second rope or whatever?
Yep.
Oh my god!
I think AEW needs some Haas supremacy.
This match was seriously really good, though.
I know it was. It was very good. I'll tell you, there's one thing I didn't like, and I'm fine with it. I get it. It is a me quirk more than anybody else. I think people would agree with me. Some people wouldn't. But there's a point in this match where Sammy lifts Hobbs, and I'm like, but I think if he does that, it's the finish, right? So you're like, holy shit, he lifted up this guy that's so much bigger than him, who's been pushing around the whole time. Instead, we get a 2 count after Hobbs is even put through a table, and I'm like, man, you like the impressive thing is like when Cena picks up Mark Henry or the Big Show, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And I know that like this size difference is a little off, but like Sammy's a little guy, not a power move guy. So when he lifts Hobbs for a 2 count, I'm like, meh.
Yeah.
Nah, that's when the Ole Anderson in me comes out. I mean the part about finishes and wrestling, not the other part. Shouldn't have said that sentence. Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. That could be taken the wrong way.
That was not me.
You can clip that out.
That was not Brett that said that. That was DJ.
Out of context. I am in a lot of trouble. Somebody's going to clip that. If anybody listened to this fucking podcast, they would clip that out and they would blackmail me with it.
Oh boy. Okay. Moving on right along.
But I would love the Haas supremacy thing. Like, I understand that.
That's the only supremacy you want, huh? Okay. With your fucking comments that you just made there, bub.
Here's what I mean by that.
What I meant to say was,
what I meant to say is that I'm very sorry and I apologize to my family and my friends who I've disappointed at this very hard time. I've been stressed and emotional, and I said things that I should have said.
Yep.
I will be releasing a notes app apology.
Press release after that.
AEW. I understand, like, the draw is the good wrestling, right? Is the American Dragons, your Will Ospreys, your that sort of stuff. Kenny Omega's your top of the card, all that sort of shit. Like, that's what people want to see, and I get it, and that's what they're delivering, right? But I would love for one of these technical wrestling motherfuckers to just get eaten up by a big guy for where it matters, right? Like, give me and granted, like, Eddie has a title, so like, he's a bit of a Haas sort of guy. But like, I would love to see someone who has a title, maybe not a Christian, because whoever leaves it off Christian, but like, and like, again, Samoa Joe, Haas guy, he's the champion. But I would love to see just like somebody come in who's like just a flippy guy who has some pretty big status, and Hobbs just beats the shit out of him.
I agree.
You know, and let's elevate some Haas wrestling. You may not get 5 stars, but some of that shit's gonna be real fucking entertaining.
Yep. Watch little dudes get thrown around.
And it was why I was excited that Hobbs won, because they don't treat Hobbs very well. So, and they tend to, like, Sammy's fucked up almost every opportunity they've given him, so they tend to, like, favor him even still for whatever reason. Yeah. So I was really glad that Hobbs won. But anyway.
Were you happy about the Bang Bang Scissor Gang against the Iron Savages?
I don't even know where that is. Where's that at? Wow. You skipped half the show. You don't want to talk about Shane Taylor's new gear?
No.
Why not? It looked terrible.
Yeah, like people are like, it looks better. I'm like, no, it
didn't. Here's
when he had his top on, I go, he looks like he's wearing CM Punk's yellow ROH shorts.
Here's the thing that I'll say about this that makes me feel bad.
Stain.
Is that you can look at Shane Taylor and know that he didn't like it.
Yeah.
He did not want to be like that. He got sick of either people online talking about him. Listen, Shane Taylor, he's not my kind of wrestler, but he's perfectly fine, whatever. But like, he is a weirdly built man.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. I was gonna.
Okay. But like, he is a low center of gravity. Yeah. And he's a wide man, like arms and like waist and below. He's a weird built human being. And so like putting him in this gear, it hugged in all the wrong places. And I don't think his old gear looked great either. I think I don't know what the solution is, but I can tell that he did not like this and did not feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, I'm just not ashamed.
Right.
I just don't get it.
Me either. But
Yeah, I'm all the way up to that.
Okay.
Bang. What's the shit you want to talk about in between, man?
So Thunder Rosa, Lady Bird Monroe, I thought they went hard in it. I don't think it was great, but I thought they at least went hard.
A lot of people are speculating Rose is going to join up with Rouge. Because she did like the little LFI fist in the air thing. So.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Sure,
she's been beating people up. I don't know if this is one of her students, like Amanada was, or
I don't know.
She knows or whatever.
I just don't know where it's going.
It was very quick, but they were laying their shit in, and I liked it. But yes, where we at? We're at Max Caster bombing his rap and just giving up. Are you gonna tell me he did it on purpose?
No. Part of me thinks he did.
Okay.
Another part of me, I'm kind of over.
Yep.
Max Caster.
That's what I was going to say. Mm-hmm.
As like a guy.
Yeah. Yep.
He's just done like too many things where I go, it's kind of corny.
Right.
And listen, I'm not going to make a big fucking deal over his raps on the indies or whatever.
I don't give a shit.
Whatever.
I don't care.
You know.
Right.
But I don't know.
Eventually, it is a gimmick that is like made to grow stale very quickly.
Yeah.
It's, and they got over with it, and they should be a little lucky they did. They were wildly hot.
They were insane
for a long time. And we both have kind of said from the beginning, like, Bowens is the dude out of this group.
Sure. Like,
he's the talented wrestler. And Max is good, and he's cut some weight, and he looks really good. But yeah, I don't know.
Something's just not clicking right now.
No, and like in classic AEW timing, like they have that figure set off where they're cooling down, like the timing's all real bad.
I didn't even think about that.
But and also I'm going to tell you this. I think what hurt them a little bit was the fact that it was so fucking hard to get the foam fingers and stuff because AEW misproduced them, and everybody fucking wanted them.
That pay-per-view we were at was a Full Gear 2022. Yep. That arena should have been filled.
I would say conservative estimate, 3/4 of that arena would have bought foam fingers if you had them.
We tried.
Yeah, they were the hottest act.
Yeah,
they were the hottest.
That place would have been filled.
Yep, absolutely.
I digress.
Yes.
Malachi Black, Brian Keith. You have anything before that?
Yeah, no. There's the Dragon promo. Before that, and it's just a waste of potential. I love this program so much.
Yeah, it's great.
Not much to talk about from this one promo.
I don't know why my voice cracked.
But Eddie and Dragon, it's been so fucking good. I'm going to praise this so much when we get into Dynamite 2. A thing that they just did not that long ago that they're running back again is one of their hottest programs on TV.
Yep, sure is.
And it looking like it's going to fucking end the same way it did last time is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So awesome stuff. But Malachi's first... Did you know that it's his first singles match in 2 years, Brett?
I'm so fucking tired of hearing about it.
Did you know that it's his first singles match in 2 years?
Because all the Twitter wanted to tell me was about it. And going, oh my God, shut up.
So
match was good.
Great for Brian Keith.
Yeah.
This is a high profile match for him. You're not beating this guy.
No.
But you look good. He gave you a bunch.
Yeah.
But like, is it odd that they aren't featured more? I think so. Him and the whole House of Black. Right? I think they entered some programs that with some people who are less than cooperative in AEW. Didn't they have a program with Miro?
Did they? No.
No, there wasn't a part where they were supposed to butt heads.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've kind of blocked Miro out of my mind.
But it's odd they're not featured regularly. I think this is a group of guys that like given. Maybe not even weekly, like every other week TV time, they're your number one faction on your fucking show.
Absolutely.
I think the presentation and everything and the gimmick of it can get them to be more popular than even Blackpool Combat Club, honestly. I think you can sell merch. I think people are going to want to, when the lights go out, participate. All that kind of shit. Right. I think they're great, and there's not featured that much. And I don't know why. There's all the rumors again, like not wanting to cooperate, who were waiting to go back, and all that. You do whatever you want as long as Brody King stays where he is.
Yes,
that's honestly. Swear to God, Julia and Brody need to stay. You two other two, and I like Malachi a lot, but he's a very talented wrestler. Go if you want to go. Go do your thing. Jump around, get a raise. But don't take Brody away from me. But I thought this was really good. Malachi's just smooth, man. He's just a good fucking wrestler.
Remember when Booker T said there's nothing unique about him?
Right.
Yep.
And we do also know that he has some pretty serious back problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
We know. I don't think it's a secret. I don't think it should stop him from being featured as much as he is.
I agree.
But he has a limited bump card because of some of his physical ailments.
Yeah.
And I get it. So
as a man as a back sufferer,
as a
yourself,
man who is basically a walking physical ailment,
as a man who has a back,
yes,
right,
a horrible one.
I did like that Chicken came out afterwards,
yes,
and tried to stab him with the railroad spike, and put it through the top of the turnbuckle. That's like one of my favorite spots ever.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then he dies.
Then he gets the living shit kicked out of him.
Death via Brody King is not I would not wish on most of my enemies.
If they leave, and it is 2024 and they leave, Brody's got to win a singles title.
Yeah.
Give him a run, man. He's a force.
I would put him run him Eddie, because that match in the Continental Classic was awesome, and he beats Eddie in that. Right? Yeah. He beat so Eddie. Run that back when you're ready for Eddie to lose it, and get Brody on there, get him in Ring of Honor, and put him in New Japan.
Oh God, that's the goal and right
just
there.
Have him fucking murder everybody.
It's the goal.
Oh, the Japanese crowd likes this guy. They
have him run through the crowd and chase.
Right. The House of Torture. You think you can pull bullshit?
Ew.
Crushed. Just running through, showing running them out of the business.
The House of Torture, get them away.
But yeah,
only thing I've left is main event of the show.
Serena Deeb, very good in the ring, very bad on the mic.
That's the general consensus.
Yeah, Dragon Akiyama.
Yeah, man,
that's the main event with Eddie on commentary.
This match fucks.
Yeah, it was great.
It's awesome, dude.
Right before the first commercial break, Akiyama almost necro butchers American Dragon off the apron. And they both knew it as it was happening.
Yep.
And shit happens. It went at the right time, so not a ton of people can probably pick it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Dragon misses the leaping knee on the outside pretty bad. But I liked it a lot.
It was awesome.
I like that Taz got mad in it.
No. He gets mad on Dynamite.
Oh, was that Dynamite?
Okay.
All right, that's Dynamite. I thought I just didn't write it down and I remembered it. But I like
that's one of my favorite lines ever. But go ahead.
I like that. Because Dragon's fucking with Eddie, right? So he wins, and I think it's a really good match. I think Akiyama looked really good, they shake hands, and then Dragon goes to flip off Eddie, and Akiyama's like, "That's my friend,
smacks
we're buddies," and smacks the shit out of him. And then he goes to shake his hand again, nut shot.
Yep.
And Eddie comes in to beat up Dragon, and then
that was awesome.
And then Blackpool Combat Club comes out like they do,
and then FTR runs out,
which is then exactly how you build to the next night on Dynamite to build to the pay per view. It is the perfect, simple, done over and over, dyed in the wool pro wrestling angle to build two different matches.
Yeah,
you build two matches for the pay-per-view in one segment of TV time on every show. I don't know why more people don't do this. I think it's because guys like Dragon and Eddie know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. Again, Tony Khan, give Dragon the pencil for a show when he's done.
I agree.
But it is such the way you build these two shows without using, or these two matches on that pay-per-view without using two segments or more on your TV. It's perfect.
I agree, man.
It's absolutely perfect. And we get the trios. It's just the exact way you build both programs for a pay-per-view. It's just so happy. But it's again, it's classic, perfect television wrestling angle. That's how you do it. It's just what you do.
You're spot on, dude.
It's just crazy to me.
Dynamite.
Yes. Next show. Sorry, we'll talk about Taz here.
Well, first we get the Hangman saying, "I can't wrestle. So my ankle's hurt."
So he looks like he got hurt last week. And everybody kind of flipped out about it. Like, oh my God, he's hurt. And then, because he looked at the camera and said, "Get away from me," and whatever. And then he came on social media and was like, "I'm okay."
Well, I don't think he did. It was Meltzer.
Was it?
Who said...
I thought Hanger put out a thing that said, "Hey, listen, everybody, I'm fine."
No, he deleted his Twitter, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, did he really? Yeah, okay. Well,
when somebody took over.
Oh, good for him.
No, there was the report, that he fucked himself
the
NWO?
Up. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, the report he fucked himself up last week.
Yes.
Then the report came out, I think it was from Meltzer, who knows, saying, "No, he's just working. He got backstage. He's just fine."
Okay.
People were saying, "No, he's just a really good worker."
Yeah.
And then, of course, now they're going to play into it.
Right. Listen, anything to stuff fucking information back in Dummy Dave's face, I'm all here for.
So they play into it.
AEW, eat shit.
Yeah. So he comes out on the one crutch, says, "I can't wrestle. I'm
complete babyface of promoing."
Yeah. Swerve comes out.
Yep.
And Swerve kind of gives him the respect promo.
Yes.
A little bit. Saying, "I know that we've tried to kill each other over the past year or so."
So Michelle was watching with me, and he's running down the shit that he did to Hangman, and she's like, what happened? She was like, he broke into a school and beat up a child?
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, he broke into a wrestling school and beat up one of the students. And she's like, he was a child? I'm like, well, he was 18. Yeah, she's like, what is going on? I said, well, then he broke into Hangman's house and cut a promo over Hangman's actual infant child. Yeah. She was like, wait, what? And I was like, but then the fans liked him too much, so they couldn't make him a bad guy anymore. Yeah. And she's like, wrestling's so stupid.
Oh, it's the best.
It is the best.
Yeah, because that's when Joe comes out and
buries them both.
Dude, Smojo's the best.
Just crushes them.
I know. He's like, okay, what's this weird love fest you have going on?
Yeah.
And that's when Swerve gets on the mic and starts screaming at Joe, like, it's my time, you can't deny me anymore.
Yes.
And yeah, I may have done a few things across the line, like almost killing an 18-year-old in wrestling school or breaking into somebody's house and standing over their infant child.
Right.
What I love Swerve.
Hilarious. And then we get the double cross.
Yeah, and then Hangman
was lying.
Fucking hits him with the crutch.
He's a liar.
He's fine, saying you're never going to be world champ, blah, blah, blah.
Which pretty much sets the fact that he's going to be world champ, right?
Oh, please. I
hope so.
But I wouldn't be mad if Joe wins either.
No. I think he's doing a really good job, so I hate to be this way, but anybody but Hanger. Like, I think Hanger's doing a really good job, but anybody but Hanger.
I agree. Blackpool Combat Club.
We get, just a setup for later in the night, we get the Young Bucks with their white bats.
Oh, yeah, walking.
It matters. Tonight it matters.
It matters, yeah.
So
Blackpool Combat Club versus FTR and Kingston.
Baby. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was surprised it got as much time as it did.
I loved it. Yeah,
it was really good.
It was really good.
It was a really good match.
Perfect way to build for the pay-per-view. Just the fact that at any moment the crowd needed to cheer during this match, it was for Eddie.
Yeah, and Eddie wearing his Tenryu boots.
Right. Crazy. Did he not have the kick pads on?
No.
Oh, I didn't know.
He was wearing straight up.
Oh, yeah?
Like, go look at your Tenryu Char Pro. Yeah. He's wearing the same boots.
I wonder if he's done with the. I wonder if I updated my action figure and he's done with the kick
get
pads.
The boots now.
Not the paint on boots.
Oh, my God. Too much, Eddie.
Yeah, that's all right. The kick pads will still be when he held those titles, so it's all right.
Damn right.
But yeah, I thought this was good. I like Dragon opening it up and then, refusing to wrestle Eddie, basically.
Yeah.
And tagging in Claudio, and they immediately just eat each other up.
Love it.
And then this is where Taz gets mad at Akiyama for getting credited with the exploder.
Yeah, so Eddie throws a T-bone, and Excalibur says, Shades of Jun Akiyama. And Taz goes, Shades of Jun Akiyama? Maybe it might be shades of another guy you might know, but I digress. Yeah. And he goes, no, let's say Jun Akiyama did that. Right. I fucking love Taz so much.
So funny.
He's the best. Yeah, though, man, this match is really good. Yep. Cash Wheeler's wrestling like a son of a bitch.
He's wrestling like he has an end date.
Crazy.
Like he has an end date. Like he's going to go somewhere where he's not going to be able to wrestle for a little while.
I know, like we
in the free state of Florida.
Like we make jokes about it, but the fuck got into him?
Yeah.
I'm all here for it, dude.
Yeah, right, absolutely.
He looks awesome.
Yeah, wave a gun at some people and you're just amped up, ready to go.
Dude, he's beating the shit out of
for sure.
Guys.
He's flying all over the place, for sure.
Yeah, he looks great.
I like that, the Blackpool gets everybody in holds.
That was cool.
And then the other side gets the chops. Yeah. That's good wrestling stuff.
Yeah, and then Eddie gets choked out.
Which I couldn't be happier about because listen, doesn't mean it's guaranteed. But common wisdom here says he wins at the pay-per-view.
I love Danielson, though, getting in the camera afterwards and yelling, Eddie, at the pay-per-view, I'm putting your ass to sleep.
Yep, absolutely.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Just great stuff. Great stuff. Either of those matches now, like the Blackpool Comic Club FTR
that's gonna be awesome.
And Eddie Dragon.
Both of those matches are going to be awesome.
Almost every match on this fucking pay-per-view has the potential to steal the show.
Oh, I can't wait.
There's potential to get multiple match of the years on this one show.
On paper.
Yeah, on paper.
This is looking like an all-time.
I have one that might end up stealing everything for the year on here, but we'll see. So
it doesn't involve Will Ospreay.
Does. Yeah.
Was there anything you want to talk about before?
No, that's next thing up is his debut. Coming out all super happy.
This motherfucker is over.
Super over. Yes.
Listen, he's over. This is Huntsville, Alabama.
Right. That's the other thing.
That used to be the joke of, you could be over in the Tokyo Dome, but how about Toledo, Ohio?
Right. Yep.
It's Huntsville, Alabama.
And that's why I was so impressed with Eddie, too, because they're also super into him. But yeah, right.
This place goes nuts.
Big deal.
Cuts a fun little babyface promo, you know.
Total babyface. Even Michelle's like, who's this guy? And I explained everything to her. And
So then out comes Callis, Hobbs, and Takeshita.
Yep.
He kind of reluctantly gives Callis a hug, daps up Hobbs to make me happy.
Yeah.
And him and Takeshita just stare at each other. Mm-hmm. I love the promo that they kind of cut, awesome. Though. Just like, listen, I know we may be whatever friends, but we're going for it at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And Osprey's going to win and they're going to turn on him.
Yeah, and they're going to turn on him. Right, exactly. Which is perfect wrestling storytelling.
This match is going to be crazy. Crazy.
I would bet money that this is going to be like people are going to this has potential to be what Omega Okada was for New Japan. Like, I mean that for real.
If they give it enough time.
If they let him off, again, I don't think they're going to give him like 40. I think you're going to get 20.
You give him 20.
But I think it's going to be fast and crazy.
They're going to knock the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I think this is going to be really, really good. I think Takeshita, again, I think AEW in a way has done really poorly by Takeshita because he should be featured.
Yeah,
like,
turn it the fuck around. He's got the look. Now.
He's got more than the ability. And he just he has everything. So that's don't forget when everyone's talking about Ospreay after this, that Takeshita is going to be an amazing fucking partner.
Can't wait for Dynamite when Ospreay's cutting a promo and Judas cuts in. That's
absolutely
good.
Happen. Absolutely going to happen. But at least he was home cutting weight.
Orange Cassidy, Nick Wayne.
Oh, hold on, because they matter this weekend. He has a promo, and the Young Bucks come out and interrupt.
Yeah,
and they tell Eddie to work on his presentation, or he's going to get fined.
He's like, should wear a sweatsuit and Timbs.
And then Taz says, "I've been part of a dress code. Yeah. Not fun, hilarious." But we do they're looking for Stinger.
Yes,
and they don't know they're trying to find him. They can't find him backstage.
Is this where they go into his locker room?
No, that's not till later.
Okay,
yeah. That's after the Statlander match.
Okay, so Orange Cassidy, Nick Wayne?
Yeah. It's all right. It's weird. Like, it's fine. Like, Nick Wayne's fine. This is a good match. It's weird that this, like, we don't have another opponent for OC that ties into the Kingdom thing. Did he wrestle? Yeah. Did he wrestle Bennett?
Yeah.
Did he? Oh, I guess, yeah.
Wrestled him last week.
Oh, he did wrestle him last week. So, like, again, it's like, okay, well, just Nick Wayne match for no reason, and then they jump him after. It's fine. Again, Roddy's going to win this title, and, good, right?
Again, though, like you said, it kind of intertwines where Roddy and OC, but also intertwines Garcia with Nick Wayne and the patriarchy with Christian. Right. So
big
again, two matches,
yes,
one segment. I'm all right with that.
Yeah,
but the matches, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. The OC thing. It was great last year, but Tony just doesn't know what to do with it right now.
Nope.
And Roddy's going to win it. I don't think it's going to be as good. I don't know that this title can reach the heights it did when it was OC Mox again. Like, I don't know.
That might have been the peak.
I think that's the peak. And I'm not going to be upset about OC losing it because
main event of a pay-per-view.
They got to do something else with OC though. Like, the only way you regret him losing this belt is if Tony's like backs him off TV, and I think that's a mistake. I also just don't know what you do with him.
I don't know what you do with
tag titles, maybe. I don't know. If we're getting a tag tournament, they'd be good stuff. I don't know, but you got to figure something out.
Yeah,
but
Sky Blue Chris Statlander.
Yes, it's fine.
All right.
Sky Blue's got new gear. Stat looks good. Willow looks good. Everybody's out. Stoke offers a chain to cheat with.
It does make me happy when he does.
And then Julia gets Stat behind the ref's back. So
yeah, and then Sky hits the Sky Blue, Code Blue. I don't know.
Code Blue.
Sky
yes.
Blue hits the Sky Blue.
Sky Blue hits the Code Blue.
She just call all of her matches. All of her moves the Sky Blue now.
Yes.
Yeah, it was all right.
The Sky Blue driver.
I don't know what they're doing with the TNT title or the TBS title. Because it kind of teased that Thunder Rosa was going to go after it. But now Julia's just doing this tag stuff.
She hurt.
So
I don't understand.
Don't know where we're going.
Yeah. I don't know Tony Storm on the show either.
No. Probably saved her for Collision. Because I think they taped Collision last night.
Yeah, I know people were saying like, oh, on the Go Home show or whatever. Technically, it's a Go Home Dynamite, but not the Go Home show. There's still 3 hours of TV before that pay-per-view.
Shows still.
So, yeah.
Oh my God, there is 2 shows.
There's 3 hours before that pay-per-view.
When did they film Rampage? Did they film it last night? Oh, that'd be terrible if they filmed all those last night.
I think they might have.
Oh, boy. Anyway.
Yes.
Chris Jericho, Atlantis Jr.
So this is where the Bucks find Sting's locker room.
With all the bats
With all the bats hanging.
The upside-down bats hanging from... we get it.
That's
symbolism,
right.
brother.
But Jericho, Atlantis Jr., a bunch of history. I'm glad they're running stuff back. Like, I'm glad they're like, hey, look at what happened in the past of professional wrestling.
Which I agree. I'm fine with that, but
no, it wasn't great.
Chris Jericho and Cole just needs to go away for a while.
When I said this to you, like I said, like, I think Landis Jr., Jesus Christ, was doing too much with Jericho. And you were like, well, it's probably Jericho who wants to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's true. Jericho would be the one who basically puts the match together. I don't know if Landis Jr. was just like putting him too fast through the paces.
Or, hey, I can't lift this guy up for a power bomb because he's sandbagging.
Right, because he's sandbagging. Well, because Jericho's got to make sure at least one thing looks bad that his opponent does. But Jericho cut weight. He didn't have that big old belly.
Had that fucking fun match with Hechicero over in New Japan. Like,
but yeah, not great, but whatever.
Yeah.
Atlantis
whatever
is there.
Keeps Jericho.
I love Atlantis' mask.
Yeah, good mask.
Yeah, if Jericho just wants to have these one-offs that I don't give a shit about,
fine.
That's good. Keep him out of the because he's 100% he's going to wrestle Ospreay. Painmaker's going to wrestle Ospreay, and then he's 100% going to have a match with Okada. And I guarantee you, he's going to politic to try and get a match against Sasha fucking Banks. Like he's just everybody's got to run through Jericho. Yeah. So
he's going to call him like the demo bosses. Or something.
And the thing about Jericho, that's like when again he needs to go away and take some time off and reinvent himself. But like the problem is that like. He's done so much and run through so many programs so quick that, like, there's not a lot of people left for him to have programs with. He's going to have to start rehashing shit, and nobody wants to see that.
Just go home.
Like, go home.
Go the fuck home.
Go home.
Listen, I like your fucking white zombie entrance. It's cool, but, like...
Go home and then eventually, I don't know, go to the Capitol building. Well, it's just a suggestion. Just go look. There's artifacts. Go look at the museum. There's history there.
There's a lot of history.
Yeah, and then
main event angle.
Normally, I'm like, main event angle is not the best way to end a wrestling show, building up to a pay per view. But
brother,
the Young Bucks can't find Stinger. They're having a hard time.
Come out to the ring.
They got their baseball bats. They got their suits.
Calling them out.
The balding one wears a hat, unironically, all the time because he's going bald. They've changed their facial hair again.
They get in the face of a bunch of fans wearing Sting masks ringside.
They do.
And one fan clobbers one of the Bucks.
Yes.
And it's Darby Allin. Mm-hmm. So he starts fighting for his life. Right. He's getting the shit beat out of him in the ring eventually.
Right. And they call out Slick Rick. And Slick Rick comes down. Looking like $1 million bucks.
I blocked this out of my mind because what happens next is insane. And then this happens.
Ric Flair looking like the warmed over corpse of Ric Flair. Throws.
Why is he wearing like Easter Sunday clothes?
I don't know. That's just how he dresses now.
Yes, sure.
And he gets in the ring, and so we thought from last week where he's like, I want to be involved one way or the other. We all thought it was going to be on the pay per view, but they do it here. Which is fine.
He finally has Sting's back.
He throws a terrible punch. Yeah. He does some terrible chops and whatever.
He's almost dead.
Right, but they're holding Darby up for him, and then he ends up beating up the Bucks. Yeah. And
he
then
pokes one in the eyes and punches the other, and chopping and almost dying.
It's weird when he does, like his arm doesn't move. It doesn't leave his body anymore.
I mean, the man's almost dead.
Well, the man did die in the ring. He died off 5,000 everybody.
Oh, no. Yeah, and so they're beating up Ric Flair.
Do you think he's then involved in the pay per view now too, or do you think this was?
He'll probably
he'll corner Sting or at least be in the crowd.
Yeah,
but they're not going to do any physicality on the pay per view. I
don't
hope.
know. Oh God, I don't know.
What's not?
Yeah, please. Let's just
Jesus,
let's be the end of it.
Yeah.
Sting's music hits.
Right.
Bucks get out of the ring. They walk up the ramp. To catch him at the pass.
Waiting for the snow to drop. Waiting for Stinger to come down the ramp, like Sting is known to do.
Brother.
Yes. My notes end, so I don't know what happened.
You know, it's funny. I actually had to add it because I didn't. My mind just went crazy.
Yeah.
Sting comes down from the rafters.
He absolutely does.
Lost my fucking mind when this happened.
I gasped so hard I choked on my own spit and coughed for 5 minutes. I thought Michelle was going to ask if I was okay. I was freaking out.
Yeah, I just started yelling.
Yeah,
I just had like a primal reaction.
Well, and so you watched it late. Because again, you were betting money on the Washington Generals.
Yeah, they covered. That's all that matters.
And
good teams win. Great teams cover.
And I was like, no, No spoilers.
I said avoid spoilers.
Not because there was anything particularly interesting happening on the show, but I knew you were going to freak out at this. Like, I knew this was going to drive you crazy. And we were talking, like, everybody was freaking out in the Discord about it. So I just wanted to leave everything alone.
I walked in my house, it was like 10:02. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I can't be that, whatever,
right.
you know. And I purposely didn't go on Twitter, Discord, Instagram, Facebook, nothing. Just left it all alone.
So, and I was going to bed early, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go lay in bed, watch a movie, because I know Brett's going to text me when the thing happens. So that's why I was like, where are you? When I texted you last night, where are you in the show, was because I was going to bed.
Oh, okay.
And I was laying in bed. I was like, all right, I don't got to stay up for another 5-10 minutes or whatever.
Brother, I lost my fucking mind.
He comes down, full jacket, huge safety rig. It was awesome. I'm glad they did it. You know,
extra safety
rig. There's tons of cool pictures of it.
Dude.
But he comes down from the rafters, and I said this to you earlier. Like it wasn't until that moment again. We praised Sting like crazy. I love the fact that we got to be there live and watch Sting jump off a fucking balcony.
I watched that clip on my phone maybe
it's
once
awesome.
a week.
Yeah, it's incredible. But yes, I can hear Bugsy in the headphones.
Good,
so snoring her ass off.
Holy shit!
Well, I don't know if people at home can hear it, but I
didn't know you had a pet bear.
That's what paused me because I was so distracted by it. But I didn't know until that moment how much that meant to me, like how much Sting and that era of Sting means to me. And I love Sting. Yeah. I've also realized in the past 2 weeks that I have more Sting shirts. The only person I have more shirts of in my closet is Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's Sting shirts, and like I actively like buy Terry Funk shirts. All the Sting shirts have just been like, well, that's a cool fucking shirt.
Yeah.
So
I probably have like 4 or 5 Sting shirts.
I have the WCW reprint from Dry Rot. That's this crow Sting on the front.
Don't have that.
I have Sting and RoboCop, the comic book one.
Okay, I have that one.
I have the pink Final Encounter.
I have that one.
I just actually rebought it because I ruined the first one.
Yeah. I have it in black though, but go ahead.
Yeah, I have the pink. And then I actually have 2 of those, so I'll count that as 4 because I didn't throw away the one with the stain. I'm going to make it like a yard shirt. Yeah. And is that all I think that might be all my Sting stuff. He might be on, no, he's not on that one. That's a different company. Yeah, I think that's my Sting.
So I have one Matt Botvin did, which was like Starrcade 97. I have another one, I forget who did it, but it's like the caricature of Sting with the purple background.
Yeah.
And on the back, it like spells out, like, there's a big long thing on the background. I think it spells out, like, Hogan goes down at Starrcade or something like that.
It's the Dennis system.
Yeah, essentially. And then I have the original first WCW shirt. And it's a real one. And I might have worn it in front of you before. I don't know. But it has him as the crow with his arms out. And it just, like, in big, like blue and almost pink block letters says Sting.
Nice, okay.
And that's the original WCW.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like cool. I bought it a couple years ago during the pandemic when everybody had that stimmy money.
Right.
I was like, I really want this fucking shirt, and it was a good price.
Nice.
There's even like a rip on it, like a hole, and I go, that adds to the fucking yeah. I think the shirt it's from '96.
That's crazy. But yeah,
so I own about 5 or 6 Sting shirts.
Sting means a ton to me.
This really does, I hope, make people realize how much Sting should mean to you.
It's
to everyone.
It's going to go down. I think other people have talked about this thing too. Marcus has talked about it, but like, it's going to go down as one of the best like farewell runs in the history of professional wrestling.
I can't think of a better one.
I really can't. Honestly, the only one that's going to come close is that this is Dragon's last year. This is his farewell year.
Yeah, that's that's
true. But as far as like old school guys go, like this is like there's nobody better. Yeah. Like Dragon is leaving at a not a young age, but a relatively young age. But for these old guys that had it in them and couldn't walk away, Sting's having the best one.
It feels so good. Because of Sting's WWE tenure.
Yeah, right.
Having to lose to Triple H at WrestleMania.
Fucking disappointment.
Listen to the Raw and stuff where he gets hurt. Yeah. You can't blame that on Rollins. It's just, it's a freak accident, not an accident with a freak. Right. But to see him come back and have just an insane run.
Why the fuck would the NWO come out to help Sting?
It still makes no sense. Nostalgia pop, brother. But it's insane. And I teared up watching this because it's just...
Yeah.
And, man, Sting is the fucking man. There's been a couple of interviews with him coming out over the last few days.
Yeah.
And he says in the one interview with Sports Illustrated that made me cry, where he says all the little Stingers aren't little anymore, and they're all adults now, and we've been through everything together. And I was like, fuck, man. We really have.
Yep.
Sting. I have watched Sting since I could remember watching wrestling.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And here I am. I'm 34 years old.
Yeah, he's been a constant. I'm not constant because I didn't watch any of his TNA stuff. But he's always sort of been there. It's always been Stinger.
He's always been there.
And I wish, like, I know, and maybe this I could save this for a Timsy question down the line. But like that WWE run it's really sad that had to happen.
It hurts.
I would have liked for him to have been the dude that never worked for Vince for real.
Yeah, man, it fucking hurts.
And not even like, I've always felt like, even excluding like the horrible shit that Vince is up to now, I felt that way before we really knew all the details about Vince. Like, I just wish he'd never worked for him. It didn't end up, you had to lose the fucking Triple H. Anybody who had to lose a Triple H maybe ever, I feel bad for.
You wasted Sting there with the one match everybody wanted.
Yeah, right.
Sting Taker.
Right. How do you, because who loses, I guess, right?
Even if Sting would have,
he would have.
You know,
he would have. He did the job to everybody else while he was fucking there.
But that was the match. That's all anybody wanted was Sting Taker. That could have been it.
The two biggest, longest running 10 years of like that 90s era. You know,
that's all that had to happen.
Yeah,
and we didn't get it.
We didn't get it.
Yeah. So my idea that I teased you earlier because I don't know why. I really want fake Sting to show up. I want NWO Sting to show up at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And think the Bucks are beating him up, and then the real Sting shows up. I would lose my fucking
fake Sting died, right?
No, I think that was fake Razor.
Oh, Rick Bognar died, not Jeff Farmer.
Yeah.
What's Jeff Farmer up to?
I don't know, dude. But
that's a great fucking idea.
Like, come on. What a little like wink and nod to the audience that would be. Yeah. And it could be just because I'm watching NWO versus Sting, the whole fucking storyline I have on
he's 61.
Blu-ray thanks to IVP.
Yeah.
And like just fake Sting is fucking hilarious.
Trained by Ole Anderson, fake Jeff Farmer was.
Tribute to Ole, there you go.
He only retired in 2020, so
see, there you go.
Yeah, that would be a really cool bit.
How fucking awesome would that?
And like we would all know right away that it's not Stinger.
Yeah,
but yeah, that'd be a cool bit for sure.
Yeah, like come on.
Yeah,
how fucking funny would that be? All right, we need.
Or what if you did like everybody the lineup of everybody in the Stinger masks again, and then the one comes off and it's Sting. In the Sting in the makeup underneath his own Stinger mask.
Yeah. How fucking
that'd be really cool.
It'd be really
good. It'd be a really good throwback.
Oh, yeah. But for real, man, I can't wait for this weekend. Sunday is going to be it's so fucked up. It's going to be an emotional day.
Yes.
It's just going to be crazy. You're looking at one of on paper the best pay-per-view lineups ever.
Right. Yep.
And Sting's last match. And Sting's in a main event. He has to fucking
I think it has to main event, right?
And
the pay-per-view has to end with the celebration of Sting, right?
Because he's not coming back.
Right.
You know?
Right. No.
It's funny. I guess he joked with Tony Khan saying, maybe I'll throw a headset on.
Oh, yeah.
And Tony Khan goes, are you fucking serious? If you want, come on,
funny,
man.
Yeah.
So
he's gonna go make Shutter Speed 2. He'll be all right.
Somebody didn't know the answer to that on a certain game show.
That he was in that he did Shutter Speed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do people not grow up watching every TNT bullshit movie they made?
My exact reaction.
Unbelievable.
There was other stuff too.
I would never win one of those games. My brain doesn't work that way, but I'm never going to forget Shutter Speed.
It's fucking Shutter Speed.
Shutter Speed. Starring Steve Sting Borden.
Yeah, Real Estate Steve.
Yeah, it's going to be a big time.
I can't wait.
Reiterating for everyone who's listening to this that's coming to the compound on Sunday.
If you're not wearing a Sting shirt.
Or Sting makeup.
Something.
One of the two.
Yes.
You got to either wear a Sting shirt or you got to dress like Sting.
Yeah.
That's what you got to come looking like Sting.
Or just be Sting.
Or be Sting. Sting, if you want to come over, I know you have a big match that night.
If you want to pull up to the house blasting Sting.
Right.
I'll take that.
I
Listen
don't
to the police.
I don't know. It might be too far.
Oh, come on.
It might be too far. But I don't care what era. You want to be the fucking what was he with Nash? Or not with Nash, with Warrior, the tag team, the Blade Runners.
There we go. I was waiting for you to find it. All right.
You want to just do that little makeup there and come in his Blade Runner Sting? I'm fine with that too.
Black lipstick because he wore black
lipstick.
lipstick.
Absolutely. But you got to either a Sting shirt or you got to come dressed as Sting. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. It's just the way it is.
It has to be.
Some things will never change.
If you don't have a Sting shirt, depending on who you are.
Too bad. Fucking buy one.
I might let you borrow one.
Buy one. Too bad. I won't let you in. You can watch the pay-per-view from the porch. It's going to be warm that day.
Dude, it's supposed to be like 60 fucking degrees that day. It's insane.
up here.
I
know. You can watch it through the window from the outside.
Yeah. If you don't know a Sting shirt, what the fuck's wrong with it?
Right, exactly.
All right, well, before we go to Japan...
All right, we got questions? We're doing that now?
No.
What do we got?
We're going to...
more Stinger.
Yeah, Mr. Terry Funk.
Yes. Terry has some words for Sting, some questions.
He's wondering why he's the television champion. We'll say that much.
Lance, you know what I'd like to do, though, is I would like to sincerely go ahead and tell Ric Flair that we wish him well, and I know you do, too, and I'm sure that you do, too, Sting. What is your name, anyhow? Sting? What is your first name? Is it B? B Sting?
Just leave us alone.
Or is it Ray, Sting Ray? No, Lance, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding you. I'm just kidding you. I know that you are the world's television champion, What do you do? Have a belt that goes around your waist with a TV on it, a Motorola or a Zenith?
Okay, you see the belt.
No. What are you going to be next? The world's washing machine champion? Right. Are you going to have yourself a Maytag? Are you going to get yourself a Lady Kenmore? And maybe with your brains you could go ahead and take it to the theater every Saturday night.
Very funny. Very.
No, I'm just kidding you, Sting. What I want to do is I really want to shake your hand and become your friend. Let's shake hands. Come on.
Whoa, hey. We're out of time. We got to get out of here. Our time is up. Hey, come on now, you guys. Hey, not now. We're out of here. Will you come on, Larry. Come on. Wait. Not now.
Come on.
Hey. You get out of here.
All right, we made it.
Looks like we made it to Japan.
What's your first name? B?
So here we are.
Where are we at?
We're two different...
drink this ginger ale real quick.
Two different promotions. So we have promotion questions. Two
different promotions.
Is that
all we have? Two? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, two. Yeah. Okay.
So,
all right, let's do this.
I watched a match from DDT Into the Fight.
Yes, me too. One match.
Was it the main event?
The 6-man tag.
Shunma Katsumata.
Yes.
Yuki Ueno.
Yes.
And the debuting.
Yeah.
Kaisei Takechi.
Let me just sidebar on this one right here. This is an Ed Cody special I've ever seen. This is a handsome individual.
I think Ed's already said no.
No, really?
He's not number one on his.
So do you know who this guy is? Because I looked him up today.
So he's like in a J-pop.
He's a dancer.
A dancer.
He's in a dance troupe.
Oh God, I was gonna really ask Ed, hey, could you give me some? But whatever.
Yeah, he specializes in crump.
We'll talk about this later. Yo, he's a crumper. He crumps.
You know what crump is?
Absolutely, I know what crumping is.
So in his dance crew,
I just crumped.
I can't believe you just did that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, this podcast is going to video from here on out.
I love crumping.
I'm buying rigs. Yeah. His specialty in his dance troupe is crumping.
Me and Vance used to crump.
That I would pay money. That's like seeing the fucking lizard man at the sideshow. You pay extra for that shit.
Vance also used to torque to Juvenile.
Of course, that I believe. But yeah, so he is in this dance troupe, and his specialization is crump. He's a crumper.
God bless you, kid.
And then I guess he's been acting on a television show in Japan about wrestling, where he's played a wrestler, and I guess he's chokeslammed Mao. Like Mao played one of his opponents on the show.
Well, the opponents in this match,
and this is his debut. Is he going to be a wrestler now? I guess
his debut. I don't know if it's going to be a full-time thing, but
just a beautiful human being,
handsome
fucking dude.
You would have thought this was in the 80s, and we were in the sportatorium, and the Von Erichs were coming out.
Right.
The girls were shrieking over this man.
Crazy. Fainting.
Yes.
Right? Like a Beatles concert. Just smelled like piss. Did you ever hear that about the Beatles?
No.
You've never heard that about the Beatles in like the 60s? So yeah, so it's like the Beatles have talked about it and people have talked about
What
it.
are they, old people at the casino just pissing themselves?
If you went to see the Beatles in their height,
you get a
like
waft
in
of piss.
like when they were like the bowl cut, like sex heartthrob
sure.
Beatles, the concerts would smell like piss because so many girls would pass out and pee themselves because they were so excited and like fainting from seeing these heartthrob Beatles. So the Beatles have talked about it, and a lot of people have talked about it. Beatles concerts used to smell like piss because so many people would pee their pants in excitement for seeing the Beatles.
Or just a lot of girls are into water sports.
Just pissing their pants. That's a real thing. I didn't make that up. Maybe I did. Who knows?
I kind of hope that's just made up.
Maybe I just dream about Beatle
somebody
piss.
Google Beatle piss. Yeah, it's a spit take.
Almost.
The opponents in this match, Hideki Okatani, Ed's love of his life, Takeshi Masada, and Tetsuya Endo. Are you Googling Beatle piss?
Many people have claimed the Beatles shows were known for their urine. John B. Lynn, son of the owner of a venue the Beatles played, told the Washington Post that the concert hall smelled like pee of overexcited girls after the show. I don't know how overexcited girl pee smells any different than just pee.
Ew, what the fuck?
I don't know why. I don't know why you need that extra describe.
Are you a
like
piss sniffer?
It's not like they were. It's not like all the girls before a Beatles concert were force fed asparagus, so it smelled real weird in there. It smelled like asparagus piss. When you say something smells like asparagus piss,
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah,
but I don't understand. Maybe it's the life I've led that I don't know what overexcited girl piss smells like.
Doug, please let us know.
But yes, so there's if you just Google it, Beatles concerts smell like urine. There was a lot of things about people pissing their pants at Beatles shows. I, for one, want to go see the Beatles and just pee myself. just bring their memories back for them.
As soon as Doug gets that time machine,
I want to go see Paul. Paul McCartney still performs. I want to go see Paul McCartney, and I just want to pee myself.
So you just want to see a Beatle.
Yeah. Oh well, there's only two left.
I want to piss on Ringo's skull.
I like Ringo. Shut up.
Peace and love.
But I just want to go and be like, hey Paul, and then pee myself and be like, bring back any memories.
And he just goes, oh, Manchester, 1964.
He's like, leave me alone, you freak. Yeah. As I'm running after his limo with piss down the front of my pants.
Let me just piss on your pants.
Come back here, Paul McCartney. Smell my piss. What's happening? I knew it.
What? It just happened.
As I was saying it, I was like, I can't believe I'm saying this into a microphone.
I need to go wake up Michelle, let her know what you just said.
As it was happening, I was like, no, don't say that. But I did.
I feel like texting her right now, no context. Come back, Paul McCartney, smell my piss.
So many bad things that could be taken out of context on this episode.
I hope she's not sleeping. She wakes up.
She absolutely is sleeping.
She's gonna wake up to this then.
11 o'clock at night. Oh no.
Yep.
I literally as I was
gonna wake her up.
No.
Okay.
As I was saying it.
Come back.
As I was saying it, I was like, don't say this. Why are you saying
McCartney,
this? This is not a thing you should say into a microphone.
Smell my piss.
If only I could name the show that.
Yeah, end quote. You're going to name it Come Back, Paul McCartney. Quoted by your husband.
Oh my God. I'm an idiot.
All right. So,
all right. Well,
wrestling?
Yep.
All right. So.
And I've peed. Did you mention the opponents?
I think, yeah, I did.
Tetsuya Endo, incredible shape on that
fucking
human
rocks,
being.
Dude. I'm a big fan of Tetsuya
Yeah, for
Endo.
sure. And also very, very... Oh, so this is a really good team because we both really like Okatani.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Right? We were real big into him when he had that one match a little while ago. Obviously, Takeshi Masada, the man we have to protect.
I'm a fan by default.
Yes, the man we have to protect at all costs.
Protect or... coerce.
No, protect. And then Tetsuya Endo. Yes. So,
yeah. Dude, this match was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I'll tell you what, man. I know, like, hey, it's his first match. I don't know how much he's going to wrestle, but Takechi looked great.
Yeah, he looked good.
If I'm DDT, I'm begging him, hey, you want to win the KOD title tomorrow? Mm-hmm. Like, let's just run with it. Corkin, I think, was sold out for this.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
Crazy that I guess he just has that kind of pull.
He throws a great drop kick. He's handsome as fuck.
Right.
His strikes looked good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it was awesome.
Maybe like Stardom or Tokyo Joshi Pro can get the one girl from Twice that's a Nazi to wrestle.
Oh, Chae Young?
Yeah. And then maybe we'll see what that brings in for them.
I saw a Twice video this week.
Oh, all right. Good for you.
I was on my lunch.
I was suggested one too. I think Ed's like he's infiltrating our lives somehow. It's like the lawnmower man.
So there's a channel called MTV Live and they just show music videos. Okay. And it's new videos.
All right.
And I'm like, oh, what's up with these Asian women on a boat? And then at the end it said Twice. Oh. And I had to tell Ed. He's like, oh, I knew what song it was.
Of course.
Great.
Of course you did.
Anyway. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Kaisei Takechi is the star of this.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the dude Yuki Ueno is a fucking great wrestler.
Yeah,
man.
he is. He's so good.
Super talented dude. He did a frog splash in this match that was super fucking smooth.
I agree.
He's just a great wrestler. Him and Okatani were trading elbows. Like,
yeah.
Ueno is such a talented fucking dude. DDT, like, I know the shows aren't big and we don't watch a ton, which is good. Like, we cover when we can when the matches that are really good, but like. They're just such like an underrepresented company in Japan. Like they put on the shows like Kurikan. They sell out Kurikan because it's like a special event, but like they have such great talent and a lot of good looking wrestlers. Like it's really crazy. Like they're
hot bullets.
Especially with how fucking down New Japan is and how Noah is just panicking to find a fucking identity.
Noah's just Noah.
DDT is fucking killing it, man.
Yeah, DDT's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
This match is fucking awesome.
It's really good. It's great. Everybody gets to shit in. It's better than like just a 6-man schmoz move fest. It's actually quite good.
I really come away just please more Kaisei Takechi.
Yeah.
Please.
Yes, absolutely.
Because he's a fucking star already.
So much like last week when I was talking about like watching Stardom where I don't know everyone's name, so I put little notes in the match listing so I know like who I'm talking about when like they do something cool. I have Shunma Katsumata, blonde guy in shorts.
With his cow shorts.
Right. Yuki Ueno, blue in the blue and white. Right?
You should know him.
Who I knew, but I did it for everybody. And then Kaisei Takechi, I said, cheekbones.
Yeah, the handsome one.
Right. And then Okatani, I have red hair. I know Masada.
You just put Ed.
And then I just put Endo's fucking jacked. I don't remember him being that like cut up. He's looking like peak fucking Ibushi.
Yeah.
That's how fucking 12 packed up he is.
Endo, he wrestled Cardona.
Yeah.
In DDT. And Cardona on the podcast put him over. He goes, man, he goes, that guy's fucking good.
That's cool. Good.
He said he's great, you know?
Yeah. And so, this was a very good match.
This goes into Ed has 2 questions for us. Another two-parter.
This is the Ed Cody two-parter of the week.
Yeah, we're going to need a new jingle for the Ed Cody two-part question of the week, which may not happen every week just when Ed remembers.
Right.
So his first question. Mm-hmm. Have you been keeping up with DDT heading into Mania weekend?
Okay.
And are you enjoying anyone? I've been big into Takeshi Masada, heart. Shunma Katsumoto, heart, and MJ Paul.
Okay. That's the dude in like the clown mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll tell Higuchi.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Higuchi rules.
That's probably my number one.
Yeah, I like Mao a lot.
Mao was great. I'm kind of bummed I didn't get my picture with Mao at the fucking Junior Festival.
I will say, so like, we watch a lot of wrestling, and there's a lot of wrestling to watch. So I am still playing sort of pick and choose with DDT more than I probably should be.
I don't watch a full show. I just don't have the time.
But I really do enjoy it. And like when we get a little closer, I'll probably watch it a little heavier because we're going to see a lot of these people.
Sure.
But yeah, Higuchi rules, Mao rules, Ueno rules, Endo rules. There is a piece of me that died when Pheromones broke up.
You were a big Pheromones guy.
I watched Pheromones every time. And I know that it's weird and fucked up and problematic, but I really did like Pheromones. And I'm not watching them outside of, because I know that they're wrestling, but But yeah, there's people. I think again, I just said it, but like they're really underrated. They're underrated. They're really fucking good, and like especially with Noah, like they're the best wrestling promotion on Wrestle Universe.
Yeah, Takeshita really got my eyes on a DDT.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was him and Endo.
Yeah.
From a match from a couple years ago that really was like, oh shit, there's
like,
really good wrestling in DDT.
Absolutely.
When Akiyama went to DDT, that was kind of his mission statement was, hey, like, yeah, we obviously do off the wall shit, but I want to also be known as a company with great wrestling. And mission accomplished.
For sure.
So Ed, that's the answer to your first part. Second part.
Well, and also Chris Brooks.
Oh, yeah, your boy.
My boy Chris Brooks is a fan forever.
You love Chris Brooks.
He's teaming with Zack Sabre coming up, which is pretty rad. That's going to be awesome.
Hey, Ed, Zack Sabre's going to DDT,
right,
bud.
Now,
yeah.
So, yeah, there's DDT has got a lot of fucking talent, for sure.
Are you going to get your picture with Chris Brooks over
If he's there, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm going to straight up be like,
your shoulder
I'm going to straight up
too?
be like, dude, I love you forever. I've been a fan since day one.
Yeah. And he'll be like, oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Since when?
I'll be like, I don't know, a couple months ago.
Shoulder brace.
Yeah, shoulder brace. I should buy a shoulder brace.
Yes.
And get him to fucking sign it.
You totally should. I'll get you one from CBS.
Hilarious.
Ed's second part to this 2-part question.
Right.
Have you ever watched Amadeus? I watch it like once a year since I was 16. I think I'm watching it this weekend. Good movie. So good that I don't even care that it's long as fuck.
Yeah. I've seen Amadeus. I don't remember much about Amadeus. It's about Mozart. Have you ever seen it?
No, but I know.
Okay.
Come on now.
And it is the dude from Animal House who plays like, what the hell was his name? He was like the smaller nerdy guy in Animal House whose name I forget right now.
I don't know. Him and Dwicky were talking about it this morning.
Yeah. It's a very good movie. I just haven't seen it in a long time.
I'm
not particularly attached to it.
I know Rock Me Amadeus.
Right, by Falco.
That's a great song.
It's a great song. Absolutely.
Yeah. And when Family Guy did a joke a long time ago, he's like, I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor.
See, I go the other direction. I go The Simpsons, Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius.
See?
Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Help us, Dr. Zaius.
So I've never seen Amadeus.
Yeah,
It's
very good, but it's not the kind of movie I rewatch.
I don't think I'll ever watch it.
There's not enough karate kicks in it for me to rewatch it. I like movies with karate kicks. Of all kinds. If Mozart fucking kicked a dude in the face like over a table, then we're down.
Can we rewrite
Amadeus? Like let's say that Amadeus is the story of when Mozart gets hired as the bouncer at the Double Deuce.
Okay.
Then I'm watching Amadeus all the time.
Putting down. All right.
But piano.
Now, what if it's Amadeus performing at the Double Deuce?
Well, then you're kicking the Jeff Healey band out. Yeah. Amadeus just walks up.
You go get another gig.
Right. He just walks up and he goes, chicken wire.
Yeah. Fucking love Roadhouse.
Yeah.
So, all right, Ed, thank you. We love you a long time.
Yep.
You're
these two they get better and better every weekend.
Beautiful soul.
Yep.
You're just a wonderful person.
You really are.
So, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yes, New Japan.
New beginning in Sapporo.
Yes.
Night one.
I
did not watch any of the matches.
I watched one.
Because I was very angry.
Okay.
But there were 3 things of note to talk about. 3 title changes on this show.
Yes.
And I am holding this pepper shaker.
Okay.
Because it might get flung in your direction when I talk about this.
Don't smash it. It's a good pepper shaker.
I'll buy you a new one.
Okay. It's a matching set. You have to buy 2 because they're not going to be worn out. It's like tires.
What did you buy from Pampered Chef?
I don't know.
All right. I'll get you a Pampered Chef.
All right.
You want to throw a Pampered Chef party?
Sure.
All
right. The one that sells dildos?
What is that called?
I don't know.
Dildo Chef.
Yeah, exactly. Penetrated chef.
Little penny.
What am I doing?
Dude, you tonight are batting 1,000.
Thank you. That's how we get famous, I think.
Infamous, maybe. So 3 title changes. The first one for the junior heavyweight title.
Yes.
El Desperado loses the belt to Show.
That's insane.
By count out.
How many defenses did he have of that title that he just won at Wrestle Kingdom?
I don't think any.
Because I don't remember watching him wrestle since Wrestle Kingdom.
Maybe one.
Is he hurt? What's going on? Is he done? Is he leaving? Because that's bullshit. He lost to the House of Torture guy? Is he in House of Torture?
Yeah, Show.
So House of Torture has that and the Never belt?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And he lost it by count out.
Really?
Yep.
No.
The only
what are you doing, New Japan? You're panicking.
The
you're
only
spiraling.
silver lining is you're moving him up to heavyweight.
Oh, are they?
No, that's just speculation.
Oh, okay.
That would be like my silver lining.
Yeah, who knows?
But I don't.
But he just won that belt. Like that's like that was like his first time holding that belt or whatever. He should have. It was such a big deal that he won it because he couldn't beat. What's his name for so long?
Maybe he's leaving because he's not in the fucking New Japan Cup.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I need a print it out.
All right.
Yeah, he's not in the New Japan Cup.
Weird.
Is he leaving?
I don't know.
I'd fucking leave.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Yeah, where's he gonna go though? Fucking Impact or TNA?
Go to goddamn All Japan.
All right, I'm fine.
Go
with
to
that.
Nakajima.
Okay.
Hang out.
All right,
Or
let's
just
do that.
go to death matches with Jun Kasai.
Okay,
I'm cool with
too.
that.
Yeah.
Or just go to AEW. I'd love Desperado there.
Sure.
Desperado's the man. Kevin Kelly loved Desperado.
Yeah. Well, maybe
he was the one on Twitter a couple months ago.
Maybe he's coming to Hamburg. Who knows?
Ooh. You remember when Kevin Kelly last month was kind of going off about what New Japan needs to change?
Yeah.
One of his main things was Desperado is a fucking star and you need to make him a heavyweight.
Well, okay, maybe that's what they're doing.
But he's on the New Japan Cup and that upsets
That's
me.
true.
For the television title.
I didn't watch this. I
didn't watch any of these matches.
Yeah.
For the television title, Hiroshi Tanahashi loses the belt to Matt Riddle.
I'm good.
Hey,
Tana's hurt.
Remember?
Or at least hurt now.
Remember when Zack Sabre Jr. held it for a year?
Yep.
And this was like the must-see belt.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
And now it's with Matt Riddle.
Sure is.
Who
cool.
Proudly has the belt on display on an interview talking about failing multiple cocaine drug tests.
Yep. Awesome.
Cool, guys.
Awesome. Is the hair versus hair match on this?
No,
that's
night two. Night 2.
Okay. So the other thing we're going to talk about, the match I did watch.
I didn't watch it.
A man. Listen.
I thought you said you like 2 out of 3 title changes.
Because
there's the third title change.
No.
Maybe you only liked 1 then.
Hold on. Is that?
Because there's no title changes.
Oh, yeah, it's just 1.
Yeah, okay.
I was thinking.
That's why I was like,
there's only
when
1.
you said that, I'm going, I'm going to kill you.
I had a brain fart about who was still champion.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay.
So a gaijin comes in from what is a decorated career in the United States, right?
Yeah.
A long-term guy, WWE champion at one point.
Thought he was going to be a lifer, to be honest.
Hugely talented guy, big-time guy, right? Big get for the most wanted man, if you will, out there. And he gets to achieve, it was really nice, Nick Nemeth. He gets to achieve in New Japan something that a lot of wrestlers, I think, really dreamed of. I think what a lot of wrestlers really sort of the goal, right? The attainable goal, the reaching for the stars sort of thing, is that Nick Nemeth finally came to New Japan and got to tag with Taguchi.
Oh, that doesn't happen on this show.
Oh, that was night 2? Oh. Nick Nemeth beats David Finlay for the global title. Sorry, nights got mixed up.
Are you working? I was like, are you working shtick here? What's happening?
We'll talk about that. I was just really happy to see that.
Yeah.
But Nick Nemeth versus David Finlay for the IWGP Global Heavyweight title.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I did watch it. Because I like Ziggler just fine, right? He's not like my favorite guy in the world.
If it was him against anyone else,
yeah, right. So that was sort of my concern, like Finlay, and like Finlay did not look good in this match.
I heard he looked like shit.
I don't think he looked like shit. I don't know. He jumps Ziggler pre-match. You get the Ziggler selling like a maniac. Like I don't dislike Dolph Ziggler.
No, I don't either.
You know, and so the other thing you said, like anybody else, and I agree, anybody else would be a better match. But like also, I don't know that I would be like as open to Ziggler beating anybody else for this title, except for this guy who I don't give a shit about, right?
It's true.
I think this match, I'm gonna say I don't think Finlay looked bad, but I think this is like maybe the top of his ability. Like, I just don't think he has the ability to work anybody who's even an ounce better than Ziggler is in the ring. And that's what Ziggler's selling like a madman like he does to help him out.
That Finlay in the G1 a couple years ago.
Yeah,
remember
right?
like how good he was?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
You know, I think Ziggler, while this match is okay, I think the opposite also applies. I think Ziggler against anybody else has a match that everybody's talking about. But Ziggler versus Finlay, it's like, it was okay. but put him against a really capable, good wrestler, and I think they tear the fucking house down, right? It's just he can only get so much out of a guy, you can't wrestle Chase Owens and try and get a good fucking match out of him, Ziggler does get a big little goose. He gets a goose under his eye. He gets a big gooser under his eye. There. It was fine. I don't think it was great. I don't go out of your way to see it. I don't have a problem with him winning this belt because this belt means practically nothing.
No, I laugh because a lot of people go, "Oh, good, he's at the equivalent of the Intercontinental title in New Japan."
It's not. It's the Seth belt. It's not even the Intercontinental. It's
it's not the Seth belt.
It's not the Seth. It's not as bad as the Seth belt.
Like it's like an Intercontinental title,
right? But no history. It's only the couple guys have held it, so whatever. But
the second one
is the second. Finley won it the first. Right, it was Finley that won it at Wrestle Kingdom.
So three title changes all happened at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes,
and they all have new champions already.
Right. Yeah, insane.
Not even 2 months later.
Yeah. It was fine. I think Ziggler's going to have some really good matches. I don't think we're getting like 5 fucking stars out of him, maybe. But I think he's gonna have some really good matches there. I think him ELP will, if they sign that up, would be fucking crazy.
Did he wrestle like a Ziggler style? Did he add anything new? Or
it wasn't it wasn't a WWE style match. Okay. It fit in, but it also wasn't not a Ziggler match. Okay. He sold big. He did all this stuff.
Because I was wondering because I know. We always talk about your history with Dean Ambrose / John Moxley. Sure. You were not a Dean Ambrose guy at all.
No.
You were a huge John Moxley guy when it came to New Japan. Absolutely. You went, holy shit.
Yes, love him.
Right. Because, again, changed the presentation, changed the gear, changed the way he wrestled.
Right. None of that, really. And the thing is, I liked Zig when he was in WWE. I thought he was fine. Then, I think he went a little overboard with the selling in WWE, but, there was a time where I was like, he sells like Mr. Perfect. He's a really good mid-card talent. I think has the ability to get, draw from the crowd and get over and get people into what he's doing. And he just has a defined and definite ceiling. Okay. But I think put him in there against someone like ELP or against a cool heavy hitter like Shingo or somebody. I think he did tear the house down. It's just Finley's not that great. Yeah. But whatever. It's not the last we're going to talk about Ziggler. But there's Nick Nemeth. Sorry.
You could talk about him on night 2.
Night 2.
This is where he tags up with Taguchi.
So I don't have any notes on this because it's him and Taguchi versus Finley and Gato. Nobody's. I fast forward through most of this. But Taguchi teaches him the funky weapon mid match, which is hilarious, and so they do that and they dance together, and it's joyful. And I love Taguchi, and they're doing the time honored tradition of new guy comes in the company. He works with Taguchi so Taguchi can help you out.
Absolutely.
It's just what they do there. And Taguchi fucking rules. So
Taguchi's the man.
But yeah, so that's I just wanted to talk about that really quick. The boyhood dream for Nick Nemeth to tag with Taguchi, just like all the greats that came before him.
So I have 3 matches to talk about.
I have 2.
Okay. First one, Doki versus Hiromu Takahashi.
This was my confusion. Over who has what.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this a lot.
How about Doki?
This was much more technical than I expected.
Yeah.
And Doki is a wildly improved professional wrestler.
It's crazy how improved he is.
And we started to see it a bit last year.
He came in, added the Suzuki-gun, and people were going, who the fuck? Oh, it's just a fall guy.
Yeah, right.
Now?
Right. We get an extended Doki Choki spot in this. That's how he wins, isn't it?
Yeah.
When he wins with the Doki Choki too.
No, I thought he went with the Tiger Suplex.
Oh yeah, I guess he just the Doki Choki mid match or whatever. But yeah, I thought this was really good. I think Doki's wildly improved.
How about them letting him win clean over Hiromu though?
It's
kind of wild.
It's wild, but
Tim's Hiromu fatigue. Yeah,
Well, I think it's the right thing to do, right? Because Hiromu's had the clutch on this division for so long. He's hinted jumping up to heavyweight and wrestling in that division. But he had his run for fucking ever. It was great. So let's try and move some people around. Let's see if we can get some more people over. And people are, I want to say shockingly, but not. Listen, a year and a half ago, I'm like, it's fucking Doki.
Yeah,
but he's really improved, and the crowd's behind him, and a lot of people are behind him and like him. So
King of the Cheesesteak,
right? King of the Cheesesteak is Doki. Does the Doki choking? So,
God bless you, Doki. And then I watched Tai Chi versus Shingo Takagi.
This is also what I watched,
dude. I don't know what it is with these two.
I wasn't going to watch
beat
this.
the shit out of each other every time they wrestle.
I wasn't going to watch this because I was like, man, what Tai Chi are we going to get? Like, he's hit or miss.
Dangerous T came out.
And then I'm like, but I'm going to watch it. People seem to like it. I love Shingo. I've heard really rough things about this hair versus hair match. So I'm like, I'm going to watch this. And I'm really glad I did because this is fucking, this is, as I'll say, stand and deliver. They beat the shit out of each other.
Dude, every time they wrestle, it just turns into a fist fight.
Right. They just beat the shit out of each other.
Oh, it's so great.
The end of this match is a dangerous backdrop.
Yeah.
And Tai Chi beats Shingo.
Yes.
Which is crazy. And this is the Tai Chi we saw in the G1. This is Dangerous T.
I always say if Tai Chi wrestles this way all the time,
he'd be my favorite.
I would love him.
He'd be my favorite dude if he wrestled like this all the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He does some of his bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really
God,
like this.
He wrestles so
this
hard.
is dudes beating the shit out of each other, just standing, planting
Why
their 2 feet.
Why doesn't he have the never title?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Give it to him,
right.
man.
Who has it now?
Evil. Ugh. Dude, the title holders in New Japan now.
That company's a disaster. It's like they're trying to see how much they can put their fans through.
It's a mess.
People don't like House of Torture.
No.
That doesn't get a good reaction. Whatever. No. But anyway, this match fucking ruled.
Yeah.
Just beating the shit out of each other for 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, Tai Chi wins. He wrestles like Kawada.
Yep.
I'm all in.
Absolutely.
So I watched Tsuji versus Yuya Uemura for hair versus hair.
I know you did. The
match, it's just bland.
That stinks.
I don't know. I think it's more Uemura than it is Tsuji.
Sure. Sadly though, it is sort of starting to look like naming these guys the Musketeers is dooming them a little bit.
Yeah,
they're not living up, whether booking or otherwise. They're not living up to to that fucking status.
Yeah,
and part of it is because New Japan isn't letting them.
This isn't great.
Yeah.
Tsuji has showed he can have good to great matches.
Right.
Where Uemura kind of hasn't.
He's not that removed from Excursion, teaming with Joe Hendry.
Tsuji wins, Yuya gets his head shaved.
Okay.
It's really it, man.
They do it in the ring and everything, full on. Yeah. I watch. It
was like already 4 o'clock in the morning almost. Yeah. And I watched Naito Sonata and just nothing to talk about.
And so nobody really cared.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what about title changes, man. I know it'd be real weird, but I ain't going to be mad if you have Mox beat Naito.
We've been kind of saying that since they announced
it.
I don't know how that would work booking wise.
Don't know.
I think you probably keep the belt on Naito, but you want to shake some shit up.
Here's the thing. Right. So the crowd loves Mox.
Loves him.
I know it'd be tough then because your top 2 title holders are Gaijin.
Yeah.
But
you would have your IWGP Heavyweight Champ Moxley.
Right.
Global title.
Oh shit, your TV title too.
Well, global title.
Right.
Ziggler, Nemeth. Yeah. TV title Riddle.
Yeah.
Half of your tag champs, Chase Owens. Chase Owens and Kent are the tag champs right now. Yeah, dude. Your New Japan strong titles, I know they're like the American belt anyway. It's ELP Hikuleo.
When the history books are written, what WWE did to Kenta it should be criminal.
What Florida did to Kenta.
Yeah, right.
Because that weird cult down there, man.
Yes.
You have a lot of guys in champions.
And that could be their theory of trying to attract viewers and grow their base over here, right? But Mox is beloved. It would be, listen, they're featured on AEW regularly, right?
He's like every show.
He is, but there ain't nothing wrong with a guy taking a little bit of time off of American TV. FTR.
Especially if you have like Ospreay coming in, Okada coming in, Sasha coming in.
Right. Mox has been in the forefront.
You can take that vacation.
You can take the vacation. You can give him that belt. He can do a couple months in, going to Japan a little bit, take some time off in between, right? Dragon's working single stuff. Claudio's tagging with them, but you can take Claudio into singles or Yuta. We haven't seen Yuta's hurt, I guess. I don't know. We haven't seen Yuta in a little while. So AEW, with the talent they have coming in, could technically
you could survive it.
Not having Mox.
You could still thrive.
You're not going to put him on a year-long run. He's not going to hold it till next Wrestle Kingdom.
He could hold it till Dominion.
But I think you could put the belt on him very easily, and people won't be upset.
You could hold, honestly, so he could win it. So that he's at Windy City Riot, which is the week after Mania.
Right.
If you decide he could beat Naito, he could hold it to Dominion.
Right.
And he could face Zack Sabre Jr. and lose to Zack Sabre. Because I don't think they ever had their match, Sabre and Mox. So.
Right. And you get, I say, like, I don't think people will be upset. It's tough. The climate is different. Okada leaving, and Okada saying, like, Naito should be the one to carry everyone through. Naito's never gotten his giant run that he deserves outside the pandemic. But Mox is huge. Mox is
he's big in Japan, too. That's the thing.
Right. He's right now the biggest guy on both. Like, he is the guy who, like, he's not the biggest American star, but he's the biggest gaijin. He's the highest American star that is also the highest American star in Japan right now.
I agree with that.
He's big in both spots, like nobody else is. Dragon's huge, but, like, he's not doing these shows regularly.
Yeah.
Mox is really big time over there.
It's a real deal.
So I wouldn't be mad about it at all. And I'm not going to hold my breath and wait for it.
No.
I think you're going to have a really good match. And, but I can see both ways. I can see them saying, like, well, maybe we'll grow a bit of an American audience with Mox, or we don't want to take Naito out of this belt right now with how state of flux our main event picture is.
Yeah, or Naito holds it till Dominion and loses to Zack Sabre Jr.
Right, sure.
I feel like you have to put it on him eventually.
Yes.
But yeah, New Japan, it's a fucking mess right now.
It's a disaster.
It's just all over the place, dude.
I don't want to, like, doom and gloom these guys, but it's tough. It's looking really rough. It's looking rough.
They announced the New Japan Cup upcoming.
Yes.
I'm not going to run down the full bracket.
Yeah, sure.
If you want a bracket, we're in the soon-to-be-named network Discord.
Yes.
On the WeNeedWrestling channel.
They put out their own bracket, too, which you can use. I just make yours is
better.
A little clearer.
The big thing I think that kind of shocked a lot of people is first round you're doing Jack Perry versus Shooter.
Yeah. Right.
I was kind of thinking, that should be down the line a little bit.
Yeah.
But I guess not. And you have the possibility for second round Zack Sabre Jr. versus Taichi. Which Dangerous Techers explode.
Ooh.
So, other than that, honestly,
don't we have a question?
Well, no. I'm just looking at
all right.
There's a lot that I could see not getting watched.
The cup's weird. It's bigger than last year. They've added four more wrestlers than last year.
Did they?
Yeah.
Because I know, like, the 4 guys who previously want to get a bye.
I had to add to the bracket from last year when I used the same file and just update it.
Yeah. So Mikey Nichols is in it, but Shane Haste isn't.
Yeah.
That's
weird, right?
But before we get out of Japan, we do have a question of the week.
Tim Taylor question of the week.
Where are we at?
So.
Tim asked us this already.
What?
This question. I know this question.
Yeah, so I got it here. So, a two-parter.
Yes.
Not an Ed Coded
two-part. That's different.
That's 2 different things, okay?
Right. Apples and oranges.
So Tim says, with the change of look of Yuya Uemura, got me wondering, which wrestlers out there today do you think need a freshening up on their look? Fresh coat of paint could go a long way.
Yeah. So I had a hard time with this part of this question.
Okay.
Because I think there's a lot of people in a lot of really good spots. And, like, obviously, I can take any sort of undercard guy and be like, if you freshen him up, maybe he has a shot, right? Sure. But I have 2, and one is a cheat almost, but it's something we've talked about before. But my first one is Lance Archer. I think Archer needs, again, I'm not saying like a gimmick change or anything, but like the long braid, something like he's not as over as he fucking should be. Yeah. And I think it's because, like, when you first look at him, you're like, he's wearing white pants and he's got red braids in his hair. But I'm expecting this guy to, like, break beer bottles over my fucking head. I just don't know that it works. So that was when I was thinking of, like, if you could find a way to freshen him up, I think he'd be a lot more over in the United States than he is, because he's a very talented wrestler, and in Japan he's a different kind of fucking guy. So, like, I think that would work. My second one is a freshen up in a different way, and we've talked about this before. Tiger Mask.
Yeah.
It's not a fresh coat of paint, because I don't want you to freshen up Tiger Mask 4. I want Tiger Mask 5.
I want to change.
I want Tiger Mask 5 in the worst way. So it's a bit of a cheat, but I think it still fits. I think you need to find a young guy at the dojo or whoever, whatever young boy you have that you think can do this shit, and get us a new fucking Tiger Mask. Tiger Mask 4 is a legend and a phenomenal wrestler. But he's not. The Tiger Mask is not the prestigious that it is anymore, and it really should be. And like this is like the only Tiger Mask that's held it. He's not going to come out of the mask and wrestle as himself like all the other fucking Tiger Masks did at one point. Sayama's different. He retired and came back and whatever, and then he was like Great Tiger or whatever. Yeah. But like, but I think I want a Tiger Mask 5. I think it's time to get a hot talent out there. Even find it from a different company. Do something, but find a guy that can fucking move and go and wrestle and make me a Tiger Mask 5. I think if you wanted to jump into another company, I think if you can steal a guy like Ueno or Endo from DDT, or some of these cruisers from All Japan, something. Right. But like, I think Tiger Mask 5, I think you can really get something out of. And again, New Japan has a problem with their cruisers division, so it's never really going to happen. They just don't like it. Yeah. But I think that could really help and really light a fire underneath that division. So,
I love that answer.
Good. Thank you.
I had a tough time with this one.
It's tough, right? It's hard because like you can repackage you can take anybody from NXT and be like, well, give them a gimmick that fucking works, and whatever. But
I'll take a guy that I feel everybody's very virtually low on right now. That used to be the master of reinvention.
Okay. Ooh.
Chris Jericho.
Okay.
He needs to go away.
Sure.
And if he comes back, he can't be this like the aging rock star guy.
Right.
Like it's done.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit. It's just kind of over.
I agree.
I don't know if he wants to cut his hair short and wear suits again like he did, because that era of Jericho is very underrated.
Right, and that's the hard thing with this is that like Jericho has had every coat of paint possible,
and it is. So
you chip away at this, there's a lot of layers. It looks like the rings of a fucking tree.
Like the Painmaker's a fucking joke. I hate that. That's the worst.
But the Painmaker is just an extension of like aging rock star guy.
Yeah, I like when he does the Lionheart stuff. It's a different presentation.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what's left for him. Yeah. But what he has right now, and maybe it's it. Maybe it's the end. I don't know.
Right. Right. Maybe the fresh coat of paint's retirement.
Yeah. Maybe there's no paint left in the can. Right. I mean, it's just I don't know. But it's just I feel something like that would help him.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that was a tough one. I was trying to think like WWE, and I was thinking, Seth Rollins, but I don't think that would help me in any way. No. Unless you just made him like serious heel, but that just doesn't work.
I just came up with a really simple. It's one word change that makes a guy instantly more over than he already is. Give me Bronson Steiner.
There you go. All right,
that's like get rid of this breaker bullshit.
Steiner.
Everybody knows anyway. Yep. So call him a fucking. He always dresses like him. Give him the Steiner last name.
That's a great one.
What's the problem?
Yeah,
you don't have to really change anything else.
Breaker.
You don't have to change anything else. But if he comes out as a Steiner, he gets a better reaction.
I did say he beat Dante Chen on SmackDown.
Oh, what a shame! That's what that match was.
Yeah. Right. So second part, and and based on the previous question, as 2-part questions go, what are some of your favorite refreshes for wrestlers?
Yeah.
Sting.
Okay, right. Great one.
Sting.
So I have a bunch.
It's fucking Sting.
Sting's awesome. Yes.
It's goddamn Sting.
So my counter to that,
I love Surfer Sting, but Crow Sting blew up.
Well, but here's to counter that. This was last on my list, but it's a pretty obvious answer. Hogan.
Absolutely, dude.
Hogan to Hollywood is something that nobody ever thought would ever happen.
Yeah.
And work, and it worked incredible, right? Yep. Like Hollywood Hogan, NWO Hogan is one of the best. It's rivals all of Hogan's career before it, honestly. And this was a dude who was done, right? He was thin and out. He was an old man then. He's an older man now. This freshened him up in a way that nobody ever thought they could.
The Hulkamania was dying.
We went from Pastamania to Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah. He was starting to really get booed in WCW. Yeah. Like, he wasn't the end of his WWF run because people were just sick of it. I mean, just watching it the other night, man, when he drops the leg at Bash 96, it's crazy. It's
crazy.
Fucking
absolutely
nuts.
Yeah, right.
That crowd. It doesn't so much trash in the ring,
and it doesn't work as well without Stinger there as the foil. But those two hand in hand.
Hollywood Hogan, I agree. Yeah. Another one that I would think of was Scott Steiner.
Okay.
When he switches from tag team Scott Steiner to Big Papa Pump.
Okay.
That was
great one.
Awesome.
For sure.
So much personality came out with him, you know?
Yeah.
Dyed blonde hair, the
math.
fucking goatee, math.
Right.
Even more steroids, allegedly.
Right.
Chicken and rice, excuse me, sorry.
Chicken and rice, right.
But, you know.
Stricken from the record.
Big Papa Pump.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good one.
It was fun as fuck, you know?
That's a good one. I have another really interesting one. We're going to go with the bottom of my list because I have a bunch. The natural disasters.
Okay, for Typhoon. All right.
It's a change of look for Earthquake.
Yeah.
And it's a complete change boat for Typhoon.
Yeah.
Change boat for Typhoon.
Change boat.
It's a change boat. It's a complete change for Typhoon. Yeah. And they have a great run. They're tag team champions. And I think when everybody thinks of those guys, that's the era of both of those guys they think of.
I love that.
So I thought that was a cool one.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Another one, I'm going to say worked, and then it worked again.
Okay, I have a guy that's done it a few times too on here, but
Undertaker.
Okay, I thought about it. Great one.
To American Badass.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Back to the Dead Man.
Yeah, for sure.
It just worked.
It did.
The Underbiker was done. There was really nothing left.
No.
For him to go back to the Dead Man at WrestleMania 20 was awesome.
And here's the thing about that too, and we've fallen a victim of this too, is that people make fun of the Taker Care of Business Taker for the end of the run.
Yep.
But he was fucking cool when he started. It worked in the beginning. It just was around a little too long.
Yeah.
And they tried to get a little too much out of it.
There was nothing left for
The fans were ready for a long time for him to go back.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
People forget. People were clamoring for that.
Right.
My God, that's 20 years ago.
Sure was.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, that just hit me like
That's
a ton
a good
of
one.
bricks. That was
Yes.
20 years ago.
So I have a modern one for you that you're going to agree with, I think.
20 fucking years ago.
Dark Bailey.
Hey there.
Bailey to Dark Bailey.
I mean, it was fucking jarring when it happened.
And it works, right?
And it worked.
It made her finally stand out from the rest of the women, the four horsewomen, and everybody she was around.
Because if you remember, she was starting to get booed as a face.
Absolutely.
So that's perfect.
Dark Bailey changed her fucking career. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have any more?
Off the top of my head, I can't really.
Okay. I have two more.
Run with it.
Okay. The one is a guy who did it a few times, although the one to the other was just a name
The one
change.
Billy Gunn.
No, fuck. I wish. I didn't think of Billy, but it is related.
That man has had so many different. You have,
and they're all
Smoking
great.
Gun,
and they're all
Billy
great.
Gunn,
It absolutely works. All of them are
Rockabilly,
great. Right? Yes.
New Age Outlaw,
right?
The one Billy Gunn,
right?
Billy and Chuck,
right? Absolutely. And then
Bullet Club Hunter,
Daddy Ass,
Bullet Club Hunter, Billy Gunn,
right? Similar and associated, Sean Waltman.
Okay, fuck yeah.
1, 2, 3 Kid to darker 1, 2, 3 Kid, but then the jump to 6, and then 6 and X-Pac are essentially the same.
Sure,
but jumping back and forth did keep him around.
Yeah,
and he is in every one of those eras very fucking good.
Yeah,
I love Waltman a ton.
All right, I'll give you my last one.
All right,
now I just thought of it.
Okay,
Rocky Maivia to The Rock.
Ooh.
That changed
him.
Right.
Yeah.
It absolutely changed him.
Absolutely.
Went from Die Rocky Die,
Right. Yeah.
to just this badass.
Well, the Nation
heel.
changed all those guys. The Nation
really
is
did.
a fresh coat of paint for all those guys.
Yeah, Ahmed Johnson.
And also on the side of that too, we talked about him a couple weeks ago, but Charles Wright, I think Papa Shango to Kama is a step down in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But you don't get to the Godfather.
That's true.
And the Godfather is a fresh coat of paint of all fresh coats of paint.
That's peak right there.
Yeah. If he doesn't get knocked out in the brawl for all. Anyway, so my number one.
I think Darkseid's starting up again.
I was just watching the brawl for all the other day. Yeah. My number one on this list, one of the first things that popped into my head, not my number one fresh coat of paint of all time, that would be like Hogan or Sting, of course, but one that this fresh coat of paint became my favorite era of this person, Bald Kechimuto.
There you go. That's perfect.
And he is one of the most complete ones because, like, Hogan to Hollywood is still doing the leg drop, still doing whatever. Even with Stinger, while it's fucking awesome, still doing the Stinger, the Scorpion Deathlock and the Scorpion King Deathlock and all that kind of shit.
How dare you?
But Bald Kechimuto, because his body was breaking,
he changed.
He had to change his moves. Yep. He did so maybe not fully, which is why his hips are both fake and destroyed.
Yeah.
But inventing the Shining Wizard at the same time, which sweeps the fucking world.
It really, man, it fucking did. That Japanese move.
Right. That is a wild, fresh coat of paint on a guy who had a massive career before this. I think Bald Kechimuto, and it became my favorite era of Kechimuto.
Yeah.
Not his associate, the Great Muda.
Yeah, no, I would say they're different people, man.
From like bowl cut, handsome Musketeers Muto to Bald Muto is a pretty big one too. But awesome. It is interesting to have Hogan and Sting sort of 1A, 1B on biggest fresh coats of paints ever that end up essentially redefining the rest of their careers.
They really did.
In Sting's instance, he never goes back.
Yeah.
And in Hogan's instance, he's done both back and forth from then on, then out. He is sort of at the point now where he can show up as whatever you need him to be.
Yeah.
Not that you need him to be anywhere really, but it's two guys, and much like Muda, but these are two guys that had what would be considered in any other person's life story a full career as a wrestler, and you walk away, and these guys got 20 fucking in Sting's case, 25 more, no, 27 more years.
96.
Yeah, so we're almost at 30 years of that. Man. He's going to retire 2 years shy of 30 years of that other gimmick. Yeah. It's crazy.
How nuts is that to say?
Crazy.
How
crazy.
And
there's a ton. This question was so much
great
because all three members of the New Day, all of that shit was a huge one.
Absolutely.
And they were originally going to call themselves Fred Copain or whatever. Just ton of people.
Yeah, great
all
shit.
over.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Tim, for your questions.
Absolutely.
You guys are the fucking best.
Yes.
Did you buy anything?
Just tickets to Ring of Honor that we talked about.
That's all that I had as well.
Yes.
So
saving that money.
That guap
saving
for
ducats.
WrestleMania weekend. There was a Revolution sale on Ringside, but I was like,
I wanted to buy a fucking Sting figure this weekend.
You still can.
No, I'm good.
Oh, you still can. Go to eBay.
Well, I'm gonna own a Sting figure one day, but I wanted to buy one of the 2 new ones they were putting out this fucking weekend.
Dude, I struck when the iron was hot.
Yeah.
I got them right when the pandemic started. Yeah. I have the Defining Moments Crow Sting, and then I have Wolfpack Sting as well.
Do you think he'll ever
go back to WWE and
sign the Legends deal?
Not?
Right. Do it
with both.
Right.
You could. I don't know if you have a contract with both.
Get put in their he's already in the Hall of Fame there, right? Yeah. So sign that Legends deal.
Yeah.
And let's get that.
Because if you're not an active wrestler in AEW anymore, just sign up.
Right.
Because they ain't fucking pumping out shit for you. I wonder if they're going to show Blade Runner Sting this weekend. I don't know. Remember they announced that one? I'd have to buy
and then get that Ultimate.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Ultimate Crow Sting.
Stop.
All day.
Fuck.
All day, brother.
Ultimate Crow Sting. Wolfpack Sting. 40 million Surfer Stings. I'll buy them all.
All right.
That's it.
Dude, why AEW should have? I know that the line basically shit the bed, but an Supreme Sting with swappable parts, so you can make Crow Sting or AEW Sting and swap out parts or something.
Apparently, the 2 Supremes I have of Omega and Malachi Black are really rare.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think Adam told me, he's like, dude, they go for a decent amount.
Weird.
Never opened them.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd sell them.
No.
But, because they're coming out that Malachi Jazzwares Vault one. Remember they showed that off? A Supreme?
Yeah.
But he doesn't have his fight shorts that he wears sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll see what happens with their figure news tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, I think that line's fucking dead.
I hope not, man. Fuck.
What else am I going to sell in a major group for $70?
That's true. All right. I guess that's it.
That's it?
Yeah. I don't
that's
have
everything
else. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back here next week with covering Sting's last match.
Sobbing
crying,
still.
Right? Just sopping onto our microphones.
Your face paint's going to be running.
I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to keep it forever.
Get it tattooed on your face.
I am. I'm just gonna touch it up every morning.
I support it
until my face looks like one of those walls when you see when people renovate a house and they just peel it back and it's like the 40 layers.
That's perfect.
So we got the pay-per-view coming up. We got tons of wrestling. So whatever happens, we'll talk about it next week. Is the Dynamite the Boss Town?
No, that's not for a couple of weeks.
Are we
it's
sure?
like mid-March.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's rumor that it's Okada. This week. We'll see what happens. It's a lose Sting, gain Okada. I'm all right with that. Yeah. But this has been We Need Wrestling. Thank you for listening. You can find us.
I'm not all right with losing Sting.
If we have to lose Sting, putting Okada into the spot is nice. I hope Stinger wins.
God, I hope he wins.
This go home for this made it seem like to me that Sting was going to win. But we'll see what happens.
You know him, though. Time-honored tradition.
I know. Maybe people can talk some sense into him. Who knows? Maybe they were like, listen, you don't want to bury Darby. You got to win.
There you go.
So, you don't let the bad guys win on your way out. So you can find us online at We Need Wrestling, or on social media, WeNeedWrestling.com, all over the internet, YouTube, Apple, Spotify.
YouTube Apple.
I put up the Terry Funk moments of the week there, the videos. Sometimes you need to watch the video. I put up the episodes. I put up the Virgil promo where he, which I couldn't find. I had a clip out of like a longer clip. Nobody else had that particular one up. It was just in the middle of like a
famous one,
a compilation of all of his promos around that time.
Right.
So I went and clipped that one out specifically.
Perfect.
That's why you can all, if you're a wrestling fan at that time, you can put on your resume that you were one-time $1 million champion. So check out YouTube and all that happy horse shit. We're a proud member of the soon-to-be-named network at STBN Network on Twitter, soon-to-be-named-network.com, soon-to-be-named-network.tumblr.com. There's something coming out this week for At Odds, but who knows? We've got them beat by hours of content this week.
Yes.
Oh, and this is, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the episode, this is our big 250th episode. We did nothing. 250 episodes, no matter what any sort of podcatcher tells you, that's the official numbering as brought to you by the people who have done it. 250, a hell of a, that's a lot of episodes, right? That's a hell of a landmark.
That's cool.
So 250 episodes, but
go us.
So so Pseudo Network, us, our other show, Wings on Wings, At Odds with Wrestling, Longbox Heroes After Dark, Final Wrestling Place. Give the homies a shot. Hayabusa if it ever comes out. Pro Vein Argument, Puzzle Warriors 3.
And goes to the movies. That needs to happen.
Well, all right.
He wants to pick the movie.
He does. He wants to pick the movies.
Bless that sweet
It'd just
boy.
be Amadeus every week for 3 months.
That would be hilarious.
But check all our friends out, and we'll be back next week crying about Sting.
Yeah, I just want to cry about Sting. I love you, Sting. Bye, Sting. I love you, Sting.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds.